Oh, I like that intro.
Yes,
it's a
hello.
pretty good one, right?
It looks so good.
What do we got? 420. Hey, what do you know? I guess this is where I say welcome. Light 'em if you got 'em. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 420 here on the West Coast in Vancouver, Amsterdam, and on a Thursday afternoon. That can only mean it's time for Expert Joints Live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode. We have a good one in store for you. This is actually live. It's not just a little image I've dropped in. You'll learn more about our efforts to stay golden today.
Stay golden, pony boy.
No, I was waiting for that. Fuck, you beat me to it.
Right.
Sick reference, bro.
I was just about to. I guess you are. Ooh, ladies first. Okay, so today, yes, Expert Joints Live is another episode we've got on store for you. Of course, we want to thank you very much for tuning in last week. Your first week on deck with us.
It was. It was my first week ever.
Yes.
Not really.
First time ever, but not really the first time.
First time co-hosting.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for doing that. Did you have fun?
The best time
I really
ever.
liked it. Me
I
too.
love it. It's my new favorite thing.
It's a new favorite thing to do on Thursdays. And we appreciate everybody in the chat room who's back here again. J-Mac, what's up, man? You were there last week. Now you're over there. Matty Mo, Doob TX, Ryan Works, Silver Lake, Professor Weed, Archer 420, on and on and on. Everybody's in there. We appreciate you coming back week after week. Last week, we had a Skype guest, Megan Larson from Adistry, the cannabis advertising company, was on Skype. That was cool. And we also had Terry Roycroft back here from MCRCI, and we had cake.
Oh, yeah. The
Shouts
cake
to the
was great.
cake.
Yeah, I went back and I got 3 more pieces of cake.
See, because what happened was when I got the cake in the first place, I didn't know what cake to get you. I defaulted to chocolate because you can't go wrong with chocolate cake generally, which you got over the microphone. But there was also the white chocolate and the strawberry shortcake, which I didn't know at the time, and I couldn't get a hold of you at the time to figure out, well, which one should I be getting? And rather than getting them all, that would have been a little excessive last week. We went with the chocolate, the default chocolate, and then you went shopping again and got every cake in the store?
Yes.
Was
that
there
is
any?
correct.
Was there any left for anyone else to buy?
No, actually, no.
Figured as much.
No, I
Sounds like
mean,
your
when you
style.
find a good gluten-free cake, you really got to just take the whole, all the cake.
So shouts to Choices Up on Davey and Richards.
Choices for the cake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not allowed to make let them eat cake jokes, I guess. Is that off topic?
Oh, no.
From the peanut gallery, actually from the right down here, the peanut gallery you see in the chat window, we have guests this week from the good guys at Glacial Gold,
This is like doing a weird thing.
which I do bing, and up pops the logo. Super high technicals. I'm fancy. Right. So anyway, we've got them in the house today. We're going to check out a wide variety of their products. We've got Riel and Wilson, as well as members of the entourage back there. You may see some hair
Got
up
the
in the camera.
boys
You may
back
see
there.
got the homies in the house.
Yeah.
We're also
Got
going to be
boys.
joined with by Brandon from the Travel Joint via Skype in a little while as well too. And actually, the last minute we've got Jammin from the Social Revolution, who's going to be here. Some of you guys in the chat room will recognize him. He's also Jammin Anatomic from the Social Revolution, which you can check out every Saturday night on Metal Nation Radio, 10 p.m. Eastern. 321 Cheers on social media. Make sure you support them. Good show. We support them with the Smoke Break, brought to you every week by Expert Joints at 11:30 Eastern. Anyway, yeah. So Ohio was in the news yesterday. And it was big news, so Jammin's in Ohio, so we're going to have a quick little Ohio call in at one point as well, too. Crazy busy show, plus a new game that we learned in Toronto.
Yeah.
So much to talk about this week.
The best Dion taught
Right?
us a game.
What's up, Dabber Man?
My favorite.
What's up, Dre? You just like because he has dreadlocks, let's face it.
Because
You're biased.
He's a nice person, and we bonded. I saw him. He was just standing there with his black suit and his tie and his beautiful hair and his beautiful aura. And
See, you went right to beautiful.
He had dice
dreadlocks.
and he had so many dabs. And I was
Dreadlock
like,
bias.
what are you doing? You are magic.
We
We bonded over magic.
We have even more dreadlocks back here. You can just sort of see them sticking over the top.
Dion's actually tuning in right now, too.
What's up, Dion? How are you? Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Slinking in
It's like a
behind
whole
the scenes.
team
Charawana
coming
in the building. What's up there?
So
What's up there, Ewok? Are you here to jack or are you here to hang out?
I have
Nope.
a torch. It's in my back
We didn't take any torches.
No.
We're all fully equipped here, thanks to the guys at Glacial Gold today.
My backpack.
No, man.
My backpack.
No, man. No, don't come accusing me with your filthy lies. It'd be good if you let me get to it. Jackass. Make sure you check him out. I'm going to jack his show tomorrow. How do you like
Don't
that?
check him out.
Motherfucker. That's fun. Yeah. Fridays, Jeremiah.
Anyway.
Okay. Moving forward, yes. Wow. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be one of those shows.
It's a great show.
I made sure to not travel lightly this time. I forgot it last week. Hopefully I won't need it. But we'll see. It's going to be hazy in here. I fear
Oh my God.
at this point, I would normally switch to the joint cam and start rolling up some weed. But you'll notice there's no weed here right now.
I mean, there's like a little
Just
tuft, little tuft of weed.
Stuffs of. Instead, this week, we've got a whole bunch of fine products from the folks at Glacial Gold, which you can check out, glacial.gold, as well as Glacial Gold on Twitter and glacial.gold, I believe, on Instagram. Basically, type it in, you'll find them. A wide selection of shatters, waxes, liquids. I mean, however you want to term it.
Edible oils and
Edible,
vape
right?
products.
Right.
Thanks.
So we're gonna be smoking mostly that today instead. So
Yes,
rather than
we
the
are.
camera up there, camera switch, last minute camera switch, we're gonna put it on here, and you can see all of the goodnesses that we have going on today.
There we
All of the
go.
things today.
I'm feeling a little ill.
See? Yes, you're going to be a little bit of that today. So we've got the glacial cam on right now. We've got
Golden cam.
the gold cam. Stay gold, pony boy. And it's
Another
going to get
website
thrown a
said
number of
something
times. We got
different,
people
but-
there. We got products there. We got pens and shit. Oh, we got the Alexas. Anyway, so we're going to find out much more about all these products today, and that's what we're going to be merking on instead of a bunch of joints, really. Although, it's still me, so, I kind of got to still maintain to some degree. That said,
Well, no, but replace. Here, look, we have replacements for joints. Here, pick up
We-
that large silver tube and suffocate your oral fixation with it. You will be converted.
so... Luckily, they got a wide variety of products. They also brought some emails. They got a whole shitload of stuff
That's
in here.
right, 'cause
We're going to get into it.
Don't have to be a hardcore with a giant propane torch in order to enjoy
It's true.
shatter is essentially what I'm here to deliver.
You can be discreet.
I am well over 40 and I love
So-
shatter, so it's okay, guys. Come on out of the closet.
So let me do the proper introduction then. Glacial Gold is a BC-based premium extract producer. Using clean, fresh, high-quality cannabis from top-of-the-line producers, their lineup of pure marijuana concentrates includes shatter, oil, wax, vape, and clear THC extracts. Using closed-loop systems, Glacial Gold products are subject to their standard and now famous 100-plus hour purge. We've been looking forward to enjoying their flavorful and potent products for a few days. Ladies and gentlemen, Riel and Wilson of Glacial Gold. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having us. It was a pleasure meeting you guys in Toronto, and very funny that we had to meet you in Toronto to come and reunite here in Vancouver, even though we're both Vancouver-based.
Right? That was fun in Toronto.
Very random.
Yeah, we
and
met
fun.
very randomly.
Oh, look at the eyebrows go up there.
Yeah, I was
this
actually
is,
eating in a restaurant,
different.
and then I just invited everyone to my birthday, and then they ended up being Glacial Gold, and then we're like, come on the show,
She
we'd
just
love to
happened
have
to invite the
you.
right people to her birthday.
Yeah.
Let's just say. So
Yeah.
we threw her a little party.
Yeah, so that's what brought you guys here, right?
Yeah, and of course in reciprocation, we get to come on your lovely show and pimp our shit, man.
That's what we do. So
So
you've seen the
exciting.
show then.
That's
So
right.
yes, so
Pimp my shit, baby.
thanks for joining us. So yes, so before we get really into the details on Glacial Gold, and you telling us all what you brought today, of course, we need to start with the pen because I'm not going to be rolling many. I won't be rolling as many joints today. That's for sure.
No, your joint rolling days are numbered, mister.
For my joint rolling hours are numbered at least for today. So we're going to be smoking off the pen as well, which you can tell us about. We've also got a number of the products which we'll get into. But what is this then? Because usually I would do a radio voice-over introduction of flavors and
let's give them a little
strains.
close up there on the pen so they know what we're talking about.
Yes.
This is one of many smoking devices China's done a wonderful job of keeping up with this demand. There's thousands of different options for you, but this particular one, I don't even know. I think it's like they all have these great names like V1.
Yeah, this is the V1 2.0. Yeah, this is serious. It's a 2.0.
420 in various flavors. 4.2.0, 42.0, 4.
Wow,
that
sounds fancy.
They're really creative.
It's pretty high tech.
So we got, here's another one Marcel's got. This one's much more Glacial Gold oriented. You can see it's got the super golden flavor for you, people.
This one?
As you can see, this lovely model is brought to you in a golden hue. It's pretty simple. I'll, if you'd like, I can demo it under your camera there. But you basically just pop the top off, and you put a tiny little bit of.
Let's go this way and put it onto this camera, and you can demo it to this camera, and maybe move the top of the. Maybe move this.
We'll move the bong off somewhere else here.
Yeah, it's just for a moment, Titos.
All right, so you can see this. This is a nice little thing. You push the button, and it just lights up, and you.
So that is a shatter or a wax. That's a solid concentrate sort of pen then.
So this is the same place that sells you the vape pens. If you ask them for what's called a solid pen or a wax pen or an oil pen, or they'll have different names for it. It's basically just not a vape pen. And then you can smoke shatter in it, which, as you can see.
But in that particular one, you can't smoke flour or oil, where some of them you can only smoke oil, some of them you can smoke solid, some of them you can smoke flour, some of them have little adapters. They're all sorts, 3 or 4 different ones, yeah.
And there are nice ones that have like 3-in-1. I have a Premier makes a nice one that lets you smoke flour in it, or you drop in a little insert and then you can put the wax into it.
There's a few different ones. Magic Flight Box, I think, is a kind of a cool little unit, the little wooden one or whatever. You've got a couple of different little trays and shit like that. And yeah, that thing's pretty serious, man, for what it is.
So basically, this is what we're talking about. We've you can see when you're a bit of a connoisseur, you pack around various flavors. So these are different strains.
Actually, it's an old egg carton, is what it is. He's just a giant. His hands make it look small.
That's right.
It's an egg size. One is an ostrich egg.
They're quail eggs, actually, so it's not huge, but still, I mean, yes, you're right. So you just take a little pick and you pick out a little bit of it and you dab, and that's why they call it.
Just put a little piece in there. Just a little dab will do. It's like Brill Cream. Used to be back in the... Shouts to the 50s for that reference.
Old school tokers.
Is your mic on?
Yum.
Hello?
That's a much better.
Oh, there we go.
For those who didn't hear that, please say it again.
Well, for old school tokers, shatter's basically like old school honey oil that you can get, except we've thrown it into back purge is a fancy way of saying, came from refrigerant reclamation equipment, basically gets all the butane out to the point where hash oil becomes solid. So it's just a hash oil, guys.
Cool. So that's basically the breakdown of that. So
it's
yes,
so
the
the
pens.
fancy new marketing name. Have you ever heard of anything else that gets a fancy new marketing name and gets resold to a new generation?
Well, I mean, sort of. I actually know people who have, and I won't put anybody on blast, of course, directly, but who have taken the same bag of weed and made like 6 or 8 different brownies out of it, cookies, all the different flavors, and then pre-rolled joints, and then some of the bottoms, and the hash, and the keef, and the crystal, and selling the same bag of weed 12 different ways. So I guess, it makes sort of sense to me.
Yeah, people are doing that, making brownies and stuff out of our elixir and then reselling them, which I think is
okay. Well, let's get more into those in a minute. First of all, while I hit this shatter-filled pen, the Vone. Shouts to Vone for the pen.
That one's a little special too because it's not a burner, so it's actually vaporizing it. So you're getting a really nice light smoke. It has a coil around a ceramic bowl that you put it into, as opposed to being sitting on an element like a.
So it's
burner.
real vaporization as opposed to
that's a real vaporizer.
Because most people just say it's vaporization and then it's just combusting, but
no.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
But you could actually even just see in the thickness of the smoke.
Yeah.
Like take some off of this one here. This
Sweet.
pipe here.
I'll do that too.
You'll see that smoke is a very different consistency than the one that you just had.
So you guys have pens.
Do this one here. Same thing. Just push on the.
Yes.
You guys have pens, right?
Yeah. So I mean, there's hundreds of flavors. We don't carry the pens. We carry the stuff that you put in the pens.
Oh,
you just need the
so
fancy pens in order to.
Can you tell us like what Glacial Gold is all about then? If you put the stuff in the pens,
I will
what's
let
inside the pens? I'm
my
interested.
subject matter expert here cover the what is shatter.
Your cannabis consultant.
My cannabis consultant.
Even at that, we'll start with the first question of everything. What's Glacial Gold all about, and how did you guys get started?
Actually, well, we started off. Well, I guess it wasn't really weed quite yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
We came in a year after. Actually, it's really interesting that the formulation took about a year and was essentially in BC Pain and one other dispensary for a year while the owner of the company got the formulation down and got the, shall we say, the back end to be able to build a brand, and I came on around November, and I think Wilson came on around January or February.
Well, I came on and I was on and off with chatting with the owner back in April of last year.
Yeah, so I mean, this was something that he's very strategically got everything ready to be able to expand, and then hired me to do marketing. So my background is as a marketer, not as I love weed and I always have. So let's not confuse that. I was happy to get the job, and ironically, one of my original jobs way back in the mid '90s, I built a whole ticketing membership system for a place called Arthrology, which was the study of joints, which was a very early private weed club on Main Street.
Interesting.
So I feel like
I can appreciate.
I've come full circle with my marketing back to weed-related events.
Back to your green roots.
Back to my roots, and I'm very happy to be back. So yeah, he took me on in I guess November, December. We decided that we were going to make a real push to create a brand the way you would with any other product base, right?
Yeah.
You think of beverages or...
It does.
What is that?
Yeah, so I believe that's tangerine that you're smoking in there. Cannatonic on that one, right?
Terps for days on the
Oh,
cannatonic.
it's so
Right.
good. That's great. So you guys, November.
So November we started to come up with real branding. So as you can see,
Nice.
we have packaging, we have logos. These guys are from our longboarding team. Marcel,
Awesome.
you guys want to introduce yourselves here? Say hi.
Yeah, hi, I'm Marcel, doing the Glacial Gold team. We're doing a lot of longboard tours and skate events, mostly downhill, but we do just a little bit of skateboarding as well.
You guys are leaving Friday for?
Leaving Friday for almost the entire month, going to the Okanagan. We're doing Sun Peaks, Giant's Head, and then we'll be back in the town for Whistler. So
That's freaking
lots of
awesome.
skating, lots of adventuring, and chilling out at the beach and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun. Lots of media
Solid.
exposure.
Solid.
And Cody, give us an independent review of the dabs and what you think of our product.
Well, I've been dabbing for about 4 years, and this stuff is pretty tasty. I love it. Really smooth.
Yeah, that was really.
They really got their stuff down.
Nice.
So yeah,
Okay.
we're taking this seriously. We want to be a big player on the scene in Canada.
So then, to that note, I mean, give us the whole rundown of all the different products that you have. We know that you got.
We have the dabs here. What else? What
Yes.
else
Yeah.
do you guys have?
Well, I'll
the-
let Wilson talk about the different
Wilson!
strains and the different products that we have.
Wilson!
Well, we've got a bunch of different strains. We're actually trying to get some more private reserve strains, trying to see if we can get some quads in.
Shouts to Temple Calyx.
Yeah, I was about to say
Besides
Temple
the
Calyx,
cannatonic
yo.
you're smoking right now.
Yeah, that
Well,
can.
Blueberry
we
Well, we're
brought
actually
here.
chatting with Liberty Farms, trying to get some of their Lindsay OG. So we've got shatter. We also produce waxes.
Well, we have. I mean, talk about the strains that we have as a standard on the shatter,
Well,
because
we
we
have our
do
in-house
private
strains.
reserve
Or-
runs,
or
but we have some really great normal runs,
Or
which
even
are
less
fun.
about, at this point, less of the flavors individually, the overall product lineup in general.
So versus the elixir, say. And
Yeah.
and
Well,
vape.
all of it starts from quad grade bud. We do heavy quality control on a bud. Any PM, we don't even use it. We can produce shatters, waxes, and we activate it, and then we dissolve that into MCT for our elixir line. That is a great RSO substitute. RSO being Rick Simpson's oil or Phoenix tears. With MCT being a coconut oil derivative, it means it's not as corrosive as some RSOs on the market. Some RSOs, you can develop ulcers if you're having a long-term medication.
Yeah, they're really gross sometimes, really sticky and tarry and like taste really bad. But the MCT oil that I've tried is like really delicious.
Can I give you a little bit of this?
I could take a whole syringe of that, to be honest with you.
Let's give you a nice dose here.
I like to drip a bit of that elixir onto my pizzas, my hot dogs, whatever, really.
Yeah, so
Yeah, smoothies, Marcel smoothies.
It's like pretty tasteless. It has a little bit of taste of like a little tiny bit of taste of THC, obviously.
it's got a little bit of
A little bit.
but it's not
A little bit, but it's like
goopy kind of overpowering.
no, but it's nice. It's like when you smell bud. It's like a kind of terpy. It's not like unpleasantly THC, but I don't know.
Chat room,
It's not
yes, I
nasty.
can see you. I see
like
in the
it.
chat trying to get it in there. What's up, everybody? Yes, we're getting it in there. C Ray, Silver Lake, Isabel S, Anthropod. I see all you guys in there. C Ray, ask if you use pesticides, and there was also another one. Do you distill your butane? I think was a question. Are those questions that I saw in here? Yeah. So. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. I can only jump in so much, but anyway.
So we don't use our pesticides. We have fully sealed rooms and we do everything organic. What was the other question? Sorry.
If it was closed loop. So talk about our four main sort of.
Hold on. What was the? I want to address the question.
Butane, distilled butane.
Okay. So we get the highest grade butane we can get, and then we distill it 5 times on top of that, running it through our equipment with no product, making sure there's no residual oils, because it doesn't matter what you buy. It takes one fuck up and your product's ruined, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, we use a closed loop system. So what we put in, the butane, we know what we're pulling out, making sure everything's clean. We use a inline de-wax.
Okay, I just
You're distracted.
making sure you're on the major point.
So we're running an
Asking.
inline de-wax system, which means we're not compromising the terp profile, the flavors, as opposed to a second solvent de-wax, which usually strips away some of the more volatile, flavorful compounds we love in cannabis. We've got, because we're running everything at sub-zero temperatures, we're leaving behind the major waxes, lipids, the stuff that we don't want to pick up.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Chat room is happy to hear you saying that. Sorry.
Love it.
The playback monitor and
Oh, no
stuff is
worries.
all
Well, we
going
also
all wonky.
Well, like we've been saying, everyone's been saying, I guess, we do a 100-hour minimum purge usually, 104 is the mark we're hitting.
So that's true
sometimes
then. You
more or
actually
less
do
depending.
100 hours?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say they do that, but they don't actually. So we just wanted to ask.
No, we have
Is that
racks
an
and
actual
racks
thing?
of ovens going
That's
days
good.
at a time.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
hit
they're
us.
vacuum purged ovens. So these are big industrial ovens that
Yeah.
are at a low temperature and sucking the air out.
Beautiful.
And
it's,
if you guys want to see it,
and they're turned regularly
Yeah.
every 6 hours, basically 4 to 6
Okay.
hours.
Nice.
So it
Okay.
creates a really beautiful golden clear product. with
Yeah, I was gonna
no
say I've
residual
tried a
taste or
lot of
anything.
shatters, and I find that I'm a solventless girl myself. I like rosin, flower resin's delicious. But I noticed that with your shatters that I have tried and the waxes, they're so terpy, and the way more terpy than a lot of the shatters that I've tried in the past, which is usually why I prefer solventless, is because it's.
Yeah.
I mean, solventless, awesome, a lot. I feel a lot better about that. But so much flavor, especially in your tangerine. I've been
Well,
smoking so much of that
that's,
tangerine. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's definitely the one
So
that
good.
everybody.
tangerine's a fan favorite. That's for sure.
Beautiful.
Well, that comes
Beautiful.
from doing the quality control on the source material, because at the end of the day, you're not going to have a terpy product if you don't start with terps in the original source material.
Yeah,
know?
stock and stem will
Yes.
only get you so far.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. So what other kind of products do you guys have other than the dabs?
As
And
as Wilson mentioned, we have an RSO which we call
MCT oil,
Elixir.
yeah.
That's the name for it is the Elixir.
Actually, going back to that for one sec, I
Elixir.
want to leave our listeners, viewers, with one more tip. Is
Oh,
the
okay.
camera on this one?
Yeah, we are back. I'm going to go back to this one. Yes, there you go.
Perfect. So, a common complaint with any cannabis oil in this kind of syringe is some people press it, it's not going, and then suddenly it slips all over your coffee table, your hand. You can mediate your dosage a lot better by wrapping a little elastic band. Let's say here. If you wrapped it there, that means it acts as a stopper for the plunger, and it stops your dosage from going more than you need it to.
Which is a problem that I ran into.
If you really want to stop.
Well, no, my stepdad was trying to get him to try it for the first time because I thought it'd be really, really helpful, and too much came out of it, and he should have taken 0.1 to 0.2 because he's new, and he took 0.6, and it was too much for him, and it fucking weirded him out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
actually,
happens.
it's true and we have this in 2 different strengths. So there's a 300 milligram and a 600 milligram package that are a very big difference. You take a half milligram of one, it's a very different experience than a half milligram of the other.
Yeah, slightly.
But it is very concentrated, and so it's great for people who don't want to smoke and want something. It is based on our shatter as well, though, so it starts with an extract. And so it's a different product than the typical Rick Simpson oil that's out there.
Pretty delicious products
Nice.
you guys have thus far.
Yes,
So.
I
Thank
like
you very
them, I
much.
like
We also
them.
have a line of vape products that we are in the process of releasing.
Just around the corner.
Just around the corner.
Oh,
so
what
we'll
are-
have vape pens, cartridges, and juice that you'll be able to add to your existing
Heck yes.
vape pen.
Heck
And
yes.
again, targeting the 40% THC ratio so that we're a little stronger than the typical ones that you get out there, which are typically around 7%.
Yeah, because I've
Appreciate
seen you
that.
dummy those things like they're really not that anything to do with them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking as a heavy
Whoa.
dab head, we had to make sure the vape juice got me stoned too. So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
any other heavy slab dabbers out there, give it a shot. Try our e-juice when it comes out.
Oh, I'm excited to try. Sweet. All right. I have a kind of a weird question. So
Okay.
I noticed on a lot of your packaging. Can I open this one?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't actually.
Oh,
I'm
does
not
this
sure
one
if
have the-
you'll have it there. I suspect you want
Is
this
it?
one.
Yeah, this one. Who's Brock? Who's Brock the scientist? The Glacial Gold Extractologist.
He's our extractologist. He knows the chemistry behind it. He's been making oil for decades, and
So he's a real person.
he's a real person.
Brock is a real
Oh,
person.
does he
yeah.
look like his
He's-
picture?
He actually looks quite a bit
Yes.
like his
Yeah,
picture.
he does.
I'm not sure if Brock wants to be
That's so
fully outed. We
cute.
should really check with Brock before
Ow.
we fully out him on. But he has a
Cartoon
like a-
Brock.
He has a gardening channel on YouTube. Maybe that should be like a Where's Waldo contest for people is
That's
to go
so
through YouTube
cool.
and figure out who Brock is, because he is an active gardener, and he has gardening shows that are not
That's pretty
marijuana
funny.
related out there. I'll give you that clue.
Interesting.
But,
Oh, that's so cool.
But he's the coolest freaking guy out there. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the 60-year-old hippie who spent time in San Quentin for pot, and he's just like the most knowledgeable. I mean, he's a scientist, really. And he's a whiz.
Super down to earth.
And he's like just an awesome guy to sit around and smoke dabs with.
so cool.
So it's fun to have a
Man.
nice team where everybody has their expertise and their focus.
Everybody's got to be an expert.
And we're not
Yeah.
working where it's a couple people trying to do everything. There really is some expertise in different
Totally.
areas in this company, and it's a fun
Got a
place
whole
to work.
team together. Teamwork makes the dream
Yeah.
work, right?
That's what we got
so
going
Brock
on
is
here.
definitely
Yeah.
a real guy. He's not just a cartoon that we made up.
That's so cool. I was thinking he was maybe just like made up and.
Nope.
But he's-
nope. And
I
his name's
mean-
even Brock. We asked him if we wanted to change his
Really?
name, and
No,
he was
my
like,
name is
no,
Brock.
no, just fucking put it
Shout
up.
out to Brock.
My name is
Yo,
Brock.
Cool. That's really
I'm sure
neat.
we'll dial him in at some point on this stuff, but
for now, he
Rad.
will remain an animated character.
That's awesome.
Well, you guys are particularly you, are a bit of an animated character anyway.
I'm a little animated, yes.
A little bit. Also, as well, though, too, not just the smokables, you guys actually have some gear available, too, right? So
we do. We're trying to. We currently, I'll be perfectly blunt. There's little bits that are missing in the whole piece. Like we got our titanium bowls back. This is one of my favorite ones. We got our bowls back, which they look great, right? Everybody loves them. And where's the logo?
Here's the logo.
Yeah, so the logo, we got logos on our bowl, right? And
Nice.
you would want it to be upside
Yeah.
down when you're smoking? Not really, right?
Yeah,
So
no.
there's little things like that we have to kind of
Okay.
fix before we're going to release our gear.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
Okay.
smoking on an upside down bowl at a concert or a show, or for us to give a bunch to our skaters to go run around BC with a ratty old RV. I mean,
Yeah.
a palatial mansion.
This is where it is.
The
Mansion
Dab
on
Lab.
wheels.
The Dab Lab.
Dab Lab.
Yeah, which hashtag
Nice.
Dab Lab, which is essentially the
Here, yes. Some of you got your e-nail rigs.
Yeah, so we have
and-
3 different levels of e-nail that we're playing with right now. That are one's a manual, the red one there that you're looking at on the screen is I call it the electric blanket one. So I'm pretty sure it was an electric blanket at one time, and now they've just added the dab thing.
Yep.
Coil.
Solid.
the thingamabob.
And then we have 2 programmable ones. So this is like you set the temperature, and then so this is the one we have here in
In-house.
studio.
Right there.
I
Just
like
lift
those
that up
ones.
here.
I like it. That's cool,
so
man.
this is
I like it
pretty
when they
slick.
got
You
the
can
dad jids on
Dab
there.
forever.
Yeah.
I want
You
one of
can
those at
I'm
my
more of
house.
like a low temp girl myself, but
Yeah, so it's kind of later you just poke up and down until you get it, and then there's like the really fancy one, which is like a touch screen, and it comes up with like graphics.
Let me see if I can get that back up here. Let me see if I can get that
This
back
one,
up.
Oh,
it's not
what
plugged in,
the-
but we're
This guy.
There it is. Oh.
that's
this baby.
cool.
Me likey. Me need
we're-
at my house. Me
we're-
need at my house.
We're playing with
Calm down,
putting a
Greg.
Bluetooth chip in this so that you could actually have it on your
Bluetooth?
phone, so you can like have it 10
Is there an
minutes.
app
when I
for
come
that?
home. I want this at 570.
Is
Thank you very much.
there an app for that? Wow, I like it. Sounds good to me.
But they're
man.
not really. They're sort of, let's call it. We have a lab phase, the alpha beta phase to our
Right.
product. So right now
Yes.
we're in alpha. We're product testing. We're gonna give them to you, for example.
Oh, yeah, for us to test, and then if
and
they
to
blow
s-
up at our house, it's
That's
no
right.
big deal because we're just media.
We're
yeah.
reporters. Nobody will look for you.
Nobody
It'll be
gives
okay.
a fuck about the media. This is
and,
the one.
and we
got
actually
to-
brought
Nobody
one
pays
to give away.
attention to me.
This fancy number is to give away to a guest on your
No
show.
way. You hear
Yes.
that, chat room?
Yes.
What?
You
What-
get
what-
it.
Beware of Greeks
Someone's-
bearing gifts is all I can say.
Hold on. Let's just
That's
rewind
cool.
that back for 1 second
That's
here.
right.
That might have got missed here. Thanks to the guys at Glacial Gold, we're gonna go ahead and give away. Oh my goodness. Are we doing this like now on the show, or am I doing this on
well,
Sunday?
I don't know. It's
for
up
my
to you,
work?
really. This is kind of it's your show. So I brought one to leave with you in studio, so you'd have because
Thank you.
I appreciate your expert joints, but I
You
just
know,
want to contribute to your high.
I appreciate that,
So
man. Thank you
that's
for
gonna-
having my
That's
high in
gonna
mind.
stay and remind you that we're such awesome guys every day.
Yeah,
on your
well,
desk.
that's gonna go a long way. Having a rig kicking around the
and then
the
this
studios.
this is like worth somewhere between $500 and $800 retail, basically. So it's not a small deal. It'll come with one of these big bongs, with this baby here.
Hang on, let me switch to that cam here.
So you'll get a bong and that metal schwang dang there. Don't burn
The
yourself.
bong and the metal schwang bang. Did you hear that?
This is your temperature.
Get your
control.
dang schwang.
We'll turn it on a little later,
Schwang-
but it has a
schwang
touch
bang.
screen and you can set the temperature
Get the
with the
fuck outta
touch
here.
screen, basically.
Love
So
it.
Okay, so I mean that's a really good giveaway. I'd love to just hand one out in the chat, but I mean I almost kind of think that it would make sense that we should do this on the combined social giveaway.
I think that is a great idea.
I think that's a wonderful idea. Everybody in the
Combined
chat.
social
So here you
giveaway.
go.
Y'all just give that away whatever
Get
way
your
you want to
shatter
give it away
on.
there.
Right,
We got
right.
a wing dang.
Well-
now.
We just need it out to the people.
Okay, well then here you go. Then we're gonna
Power to the people, baby.
Sneak peek announcement. The new Glacial Gold contest starting on Sunday. Make sure you check that out. We'll appreciate you guys very much. We'll get this out to like the lucky winner here. That is absolutely fantastic. We appreciate that. We'll have the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, multi-channel contest for the first time. Make it open across 5, 6, 17,000 platforms.
Yeah.
And we'll
guess
get out
what?
to
We
win.
want you to hashtag it.
Oh, and we'll get the
Hashtag
hashtag Glacial
Stay
Gold.
golden. Is that what it is? Is that
Maybe-
what it is?
maybe stay golden.
I do like both, frankly. The
Well, we'll
stay
make the-
golden's
we'll
a
make
little
that
more
part of-
vague, but I'd love to be able to hijack it. If I could actually take it away from Ponyboy, that would be like
That'd be
as
pretty good.
as a mid 40s
You
guy,
can
that's like my own
try.
personal little
Sure.
kind of
I mean, why
goal.
not?
But
Why not?
Glacial Gold, of course, is our brand name, and
Well, I
you
think
can
we'll make-
hashtag that with
Yeah, we'll make that
big
something in the
gobs of
contest.
dab
Usually
anytime.
it's like, usually it's some retweets and follows and like a combination of liking and things like that. Also, I think I need to like some more of
you
that
need
shatter
to
and
like
some wax.
a lot
I haven't-
more shatter.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Let's
take
get your
this,
dab going.
Oh,
get this
So
baby
okay,
here.
well, while we get that served up and I take this, I think we just give you guys a quick little video break for half a second while we get ready. Just check these guys doing their thing here. Glacial
We're
Gold
dabs.
at 420, and then dabs.
Oh, fuck.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
There you go. Good catch. Oh my goodness. Woo. That was serious.
Something happened.
So we watched a quick little clip of you guys at 420, your little booth there from your little booth there from a couple months ago.
Little penis. We had 4 of them. It was awesome. We loved it.
4 booths we had.
That was
5
crazy.
booths. 5 booths.
Right? They had.
Yeah, that's right. Because we had
Yeah.
a Plinko booth going too. That was
I think
fun.
you guys had the biggest, maybe by the overall, because there was a couple ones that had some big setups as well too. But I don't think people had more than 5 booths.
Yeah, and we had like flags, and we had like little
You did.
frames that people had to Instagram themselves at. And we had a Plinko game going that would drive people to it. It was really fun. We had a really good time at 420.
Goodness, it's real hot.
800 degrees.
Yeah, let's turn it
Too
down.
high.
Jake's Rash and a whole bunch
What do you
of
want?
skateboard events too now lately, which has been really different and fun.
Well, we're going to talk about your events in a second here. We're dialing down
Sure,
the
I
temperature. It's a
have
little
a
too
mic I
hot
can
for,
talk
for,
into.
for Norm here as well.
I like low temp dabs.
What do you dab at there, Storm?
Oh, we're dialing it down.
I usually do,
Whoa,
I
it's
don't know,
way
like 680.
Taste.
Usually that's like my low temp dab.
Dab, 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 dab.
You have to account for the
I mean,
fact
that's
that
like a high. Like
that coil is sitting below, so we
yeah,
we
I
add
guess.
about 40 degrees for whatever you like there.
Dab
But,
nerdology here. Can't wait to get into it.
Actually, I noticed you guys have some nice ones in the lounge there. We could even, if at some point we had some educational series on the difference between different e-nails and dabs, I think that would be a fun, different
That'd be
show.
great.
I
but a
think
fun
that'd
show.
be. I think that'd be a well put together episode for sure. I like that idea. Okay, so also your logo here, bing,
Yes.
this big bitch right up all
Thank
the way
you.
there.
Yes.
Just going, woo, woo, woo.
We're curious
Not
about the logo.
the typical
Weed
weed
logo.
company.
Not
Is that what
typical
you're
at all.
thinking?
The mountains, I
looking.
love it.
Hang on, that's why I'm trying to blow this up so big here.
So
I don't see any of the tweeds in it.
Yeah, there's no marijuanas.
Where are the
There's some
marijuanas?
trees.
I see
Yeah.
none of the
And a mountain.
marijuanas.
So this was a very strategic and careful branding choice on our part, that we wanted to look like a product that you could see on the shelves of London Drugs or Shoppers Drug Mart or anywhere else that was look, like a water or a beer or a beverage company of some kind or ice cream.
Legit.
It would fit into the public consciousness without being necessarily immediately attached to marijuana culture.
Until
so that-
until you read the premium extracts, which is going to
and
a
even,
lot of people.
and
are gonna
even
miss
again, if you
what's an
don't know what
extract.
an extract is, and we're not referencing cannabis extracts or marijuana extracts, and that's a very, very strategically on purpose
Yeah.
choice by our brand. Also, because we own our brand, strategically, legally, we are technically an advertising company and a branding company, and we're licensing our brand to different producers who have to produce at
Ooh.
different qualities. So
Yeah.
we intend to have, we are in negotiations with producers in Colorado and Washington, and so that they will produce in the same way that Coca-Cola or any other big brand has a recipe, and that you hire professional craftsmen to craft your recipe accordingly. So we wanted to be able to right away be able to sponsor all kinds of gay pride and events that might have children at them or might have the public, and
Nice.
have a way to have a presence in the community without necessarily connecting with the right people. Basically, people who get it, they know who we are. If you
Yeah.
don't know who we are, you're not gonna
Now you know.
You're not gonna ask too many questions. You just
Totally.
think we're a water company or something.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we're
People
fine
in
with
the,
that.
in the chat room, they're commenting. It sounds like a water company. Sounds like a beer
Like
company.
beer,
like
yeah.
Glacial Gold. Like honestly, I look at this and the first thing I think of is like kokanee.
Yeah, totally.
Kinda.
Well, and again, kokanee was definitely, you might see a few references to some of the kokanee iconography and ideas, because again, we're trying to mimic popular culture and make references that people accept immediately, as opposed to getting their back up if they're, say, on the fence as to where they sit about legalization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. So let's just stop fighting about it and make it happen.
Totally. So you mentioned like events that you guys have done. What kind of events?
Well, we're
kind of things?
we're getting so again, the skateboarders are one example where we've already done a
longboarding,
number.
skateboarding.
Yeah, longboarding. Well, longboarding. Actually, Marcel approached us. Marcel was already a consumer of ours
Marcel the shell.
from
Sorry.
BC Payne.
What's up, Marcel? Hang on
shoes.
1 second. Let's move this around here. There's my man's face down there. Now you don't even go. What's up, brother? Yeah, move
That's
this.
Marcel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shouts to Marcel.
See?
So yeah, Marcel was just approached us as a boarder who was already buying our product at BC Pain, and when I saw the kind of crazy stuff that they were doing, I just thought the West Coast Association of these
lunatics,
crazy people going down mountains on a
Not
piece
even
of
mountains,
wood.
but sometimes like Lonsdale.
Daffy
Vancouver,
bastards.
New
Yeah,
West.
and again, and for me,
Friggin-
like I was a skater when I was younger, but I was like, street skate, ramp skate. I didn't have any awareness of longboarding until these guys introduced me to it. Which, and again, I just think it's such a great way to represent Glacial Gold and have a way to go into all these different communities because they go to these races all over BC. It's great. They're
Totes and goats,
they're in
bros.
the Sunshine Coast. They're up in the Okanagan. They're
Coast longboarding.
Coast.
Is there a shout? Do a plug.
Yeah.
What's the shout?
Give me the
Some lines, coast longboarding. And
Careful.
Whoa! We got a light. Almost fell down. Reflexes saved it.
Good thing it's a slow fall.
Is everyone okay?
Everybody.
Got lots of community support.
Sorry.
Nice.
I've been asking the chat here. Do you have an iOS app? And please continue with your continue
no
with the chat.
apps yet.
No apps
Just
yet.
Glacial.gold.
Glacial.gold
Go sign
and
up.
at Glacial Gold and at Glacial.gold, depending on your social media, and the longboarding video. You know what? Segue.
Let's do it. See it.
Segway. Make it happen. Not on segways, but actually on longboards. Here. So this was a longboarding handout, right? This is kind of funny. Watch this.
And the skaters go by and basically grab our
Whack it out of your hands.
Grab and
packaging.
grab.
No, there was a good four. I think was it four that converted there? Johnny got a couple. Perfect. So you can
See bats flying.
So we're sponsoring another at the end of the month. Was it Sun Peak? Giants Head that we're sponsoring. So we'll have another dab grab like this at Giants Head coming up in summer BC. I think 26th, 27th, 28th, I think it is. 28th, 27th, 29th. Giants Head. And you can see, we have our tent out there with the dab line and
Oh, it's so
too much fun at
cherry,
these
dude. Good, man.
Yes, I'm a child of
that
the
was awesome.
80s,
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
so now
Cherry,
that
dude.
now that they're off the board, give them the shout out again and when the event's coming up, the next sponsorship. Now that you can hear it
Yeah,
better.
when can we see that again?
So these guys are leaving Friday for 3 big events.
So we're starting off at Kamloops. We're doing Sun Peaks, so we're gonna be there for the weekend, doing a couple riding around, the city and stuff, kind of venturing around, doing some hiking, some river surfing, or not river surfing,
A little closer.
River surfing. I was gonna say, holy shit! What?
river floats. Basically, just spending the entire time out there, relaxing, spend a couple weeks between events.
Chilling
we
on
got
max and relaxing, all
Giants
cool.
Head. Yeah, Giants Head. Exactly. Totally.
Yeah.
Lots of nice hiking. It's beautiful out there, right? North Okanagan,
Nice.
so yeah. And then Giants Head we got at the end of the month. We'll be out there for 3 days and gonna set up and help out the community there as well. So that's gonna
That's
be fun.
awesome.
We're basically back here for Whistler on July 1st. So
Heck
Day weekend.
yes, Whistler, July 1st. Sweet. You guys are just like
Canada
So,
Day.
and these are all
Killing it.
big skating events I didn't know about
Yeah.
that are just
free for spectators.
they're
all
free
free for
and they're
spectators.
Enjoy the entertainment.
incredible to
Yeah.
come watch. So you got to come out to some of these things and watch these guys. They're
freaking
absolute
sweet.
maniacs.
Come watch
and-
these guys.
and,
Come try our dabs.
Yeah, and
Heck
the parties
yes.
are just
Yes,
off
come
the
try the
hook.
dabs. I'm trying the dabs. I like the dabs.
We're trying all the dabs. This is amazing.
Yes.
I love it.
How fast are you guys going at that?
on that course that you just seen, it was probably about 70 to 80K. The fastest guys were probably hitting around 85. but-
So 40 to 50 miles an hour for the Merkins out there. That's quick, y'all. That's pretty quick, y'all. Especially to be inches off the ground wearing nothing more than a potato suit.
Potato soup.
Some of them
What?
were wearing underwear, but some of them were wearing leathers. But I was just
Oh,
wearing-
dude, I have a picture of one of them going by with nothing on. So,
No,
yeah,
don't need to
these
see that
guys are
one.
Crazy, yeah. Stripper Ben was just
Holy
rocking.
Good
shit.
lord, good lord.
Stripper band.
Holy.
Yeah, I would give her.
Man. Okay, so
Imagine if he falls. That would.
crazy.
Ow.
We are here smoking products today from Glacial Gold Premium Extracts. Check them out at glacial.gold and at Glacial Gold on Twitter, Instagram, if you choose to do so, of course. We've smoked some of the shatter already. I just smoked a little bit of some butter.
We've had some of the MCT oil,
which was very
right?
nice.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that. I'm not sure if it was the
Super
600 or the 300, but
We've dabbed. It's been great. Yeah. And then what else? Sorry, remind me again what you guys are coming out with. There's vapor pens.
There's vape pens. We have around the corner. We have a distillate machine coming in the next 90 days.
Yeah.
So we will also be.
Yeah.
The elixir currently is being used. We have some a chocolatier, for example, in Toronto. Actually, if any of you guys are in Toronto on the 19th of December,
chocolatier.
A chocolatier.
I could be in Toronto on the 19th of December.
Yeah, you will be, aren't you? Are you going to come to our party? Can we throw you another birthday party in Toronto? I have this wicked VIP lounge that I have rented for Father's Day.
Do you want to stream it live on Pot TV?
Yeah, for sure. So bring it. We'll do a live broadcast from this. It's like a deluxe cigar lounge VIP room. So he's going to give it to us to do a dab lounge.
Right.
Fuck yeah, bring blunts.
Can she bring me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, there you go. There you go, Toronto. We might be back.
So the 19th of June there in another like 2 weeks or whatever, Father's Day, we're throwing a party.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Speaking of dates, so while these guys are out skating, I'll be up at the Glass Gathering from the 24th to the 26th, giving out dabs too.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, the 24th to the 26th, the Great Canadian Dab Gathering.
Banaka as well on
So
tomorrow.
I keep getting invited to that, and everyone's like, "We got you on guest list, girl." I'm like, I'm gonna be there. We'll be there next week, but not.
Are you not? I thought you were leaving.
I was gonna leave. I was gonna leave tonight, and then I think I'm actually leaving like Monday or Tuesday.
Making sure you hooked up.
No, yeah, no. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll be there next Friday though. Is there something on 17th and the 19th?
19th is we're gonna do the Father's Day. So come for that.
All this is great, but my hands just aren't busy enough. I need to roll a joint regardless.
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
And
I'll
I
be in
can
Toronto on
put
the
you-
19th.
And anybody else who wants to, anybody listening who is in Toronto and wants to just hit me up on Glacial Gold there, that's I'll be happy to
at
put you on an invite.
glacial.gold.
Glacial.gold on
Glacial
Instagram.
dot
Glacial
gold
Gold on Twitter.
the web.
Glacial.gold.
Yeah, and glacial.gold on the .coms, but not the .coms because it's the .gold.
No, it's the .gold, man. It's that much better.
Gold. Yeah.
Gold.
Dot
How
gold.
many people do you know with a .gold,
I
baby?
should have
I need like a
Beyonce.
shaka.
It's gold, it's gold, it's gold. Solid
I don't
gold.
know.
Some Austin Powers.
I'm sure
Some
that's
Austin
really the
Powers
brand
shit.
association we're looking for. Thank you.
No, really? No? Okay, fair enough. Well, you guys do have a lot of products coming out. Obviously, we've looked at a
Exciting.
number of them today here. I
do.
have to roll a joint because my hands just
We're
aren't
even
busy
alpha
enough.
testing a beard balm, if you would believe it.
Beard
What?
bong.
A
A
beard
bong you can
balm.
stick in
no,
your beard?
a balm, like a topical
Oh,
for your,
balm.
for
I
your,
just
for your
defaulted to
beard that
balm.
softens your giant beard locks with cannabis infused
Okay, cool.
bear's wax. I don't know what.
I think
That
that I should.
sounds
I think I
lovely.
should shatter infuse this joint.
You
Is kind of
should.
what I'm
No,
doing.
actually, what you should do is
Infuse that
wax
joint.
infuse
Yeah,
it. So take some of the
wax
wax.
infuse it.
Let's do that.
The wax is actually very different consistency
go.
from the shatter. You can handle it with your fingers and crumble it
Nice.
the way you would some weed. And,
Shatters, I end up rolling out like the pencil lead, just like a bead of hash.
well,
and run it down the
and
middle.
we could actually,
Roll a
because
snake in the
Cody's really
grass.
good at all kinds of other things besides lounging. With his
I
his
doubt
hair.
it.
He could do one of those fancy things where you wrap shatter around the outside of the joint.
So I like those until the
Wow.
shatter drips
Yeah.
off and you fucking burns you
Yeah.
and shit like
Well,
that.
you
So
know.
that's why I put it in the middle.
is this like
That's why I put it
is
in the
this like
much like
Western
Jamaican
white
roulette to me.
people problems? Is this what
I
you're
know.
complaining
Yeah,
about? Is that
exactly.
okay?
No.
Just checking the first world problem things.
It is. I mean, that
let
shit
me cry
hurts
you
when
a
you
river
get
here.
when you get wax
when the
dripped
dabs
on
get
you
into
and
my
shit. When you get dabs
fingers,
dripped
it's
on you, it
so
hurts.
hard.
It hurts, man.
I hear you,
God
man.
damn it!
Yeah.
I know
Feels
it's
kinda
tough
like
times.
butter.
Tough times.
Hot
Okay,
butter.
so yes, I'll throw some wax. on the
White
joint then. That
people
makes sense.
problem.
Waxy joint, that's exciting.
I'm liking it.
I'm stoked to try it.
Making it happen. But products that we've been talking about. Any
Yep.
new products in the pipeline? Some things coming soon, if you
Got
will.
those vapor elixir pen.
Yes.
things? No.
Nothing.
Nothing
Don't you think we have
new.
enough? Oh my
Ever.
God.
I know
You
we've been
just
talking about.
want
We just want to
more.
repeat
More.
everything so we can just
Can't get
You know.
enough.
push.
No events. Actually, we're
That's the next big thing for you guys?
wanting
Yeah.
to get out there
Cool.
and meet the public and hopefully this is a challenge. This is a throwdown.
Uh oh, careful now. You're live on Pot TV. Careful what you say.
We want to get other extract producers out there with us in kind of taste tests, and because we think it's really important to get all of the different, you'll see when you try some of the different flavors here, and even between different the strains and the processes and all the rest of it, there's a ton of really great craft-made product out there.
Yeah,
and
just craft
and
cannabis.
when people get a chance to try several different kinds at the same time, they have a much better appreciation for how much of a craft it is and what a range and there is and stuff. So
and also support your fellow.
yeah, well, and again, and it's
For
a
sure.
small, it's not like cigarettes where you're gonna, I'm always gonna buy the same brand every time I go to the store. You want to try different kinds. You want to experiment with the stuff, and you have your favorites, but you're always going to want to try. Oh, this guy's got a new
I
strain.
bought extract from another producer.
I know. The other day we were smoking stuff where it was like, I can't believe I paid cash for this, but it was so good, and I had to have it.
I was trying to trade for it. I'm like, gram for gram?
Really
Nope.
Chirpy,
I've
like,
done that before
fruity.
with people.
It didn't feel like ours at all. It was like, and I said to him, because he's like the craftsman. I'm being educated through all of this stuff.
Fancy.
But he, it was just, it
like
was
the
such a
master.
different taste and so fruity compared to anything else I'd tasted.
what
So
do you
there's
guys-
all
Great.
kinds of different.
So we see some other
masters
companies out there
Love
that,
it.
we see a lot of other companies out there that make a product, and a few of them have a couple different flavors. But you guys really have. We got the Royal Kush, the blueberry, we got the tangerine, we got the
Rockstar.
Want me to run off the
you got a
list?
wide variety.
Got the OG
Tell us
Kush.
more.
Why
Tell us
don't
more.
you tell us about our lineup there, Wilson?
Yeah, right.
Well, we've
you
got
do
a
that better than me. That's even
We've got a
better.
bunch of in-house strains. We've got 6 to 7 of them at any given time. Right now we've got Death Bubba, Master Kush, Rockstar, OG, Trainwreck, Tangerine, and I might be missing one. Might be missing the
Royal.
Yeah,
The Royal, which is on the chopping block. So if you're like a Royal fan, you gotta like start
Yeah.
hashtagging Save Royal or something, because
Oh.
it's on the block right now. The boss wants to cut it. We're like, are you kidding? You're no.
Then
what?
Brock-
I don't
Brock
know.
One of
wants
my
to cut it?
favorites.
I
Royal.
Brock.
The Royal.
The
Damn it,
Royal.
Hashtag damn it, Brock.
Well, Brock is a quality control
I
person.
just like get super excited. 'cause it's
The boss has a
cartoony.
number.
So cool.
Hey, so
and it can't be shared.
but numbers. What is this gold-listed, funny-looking,
yeah,
weird little
baby.
number on the bottom of my
Oh,
tag
yeah,
here?
baby.
if I
Yeah.
may?
Actually, if you see, so that's not the gold listed thing. That's our product ID, and it allows you to
Well, they're batch
register
numbers, really.
Yeah, they're batch numbers. So it's part of a master
sorry.
plan.
Sorry, I was in the wrong line. It's on here on somewhere, isn't
That's
there? You
right.
registered
go,
on
go
the
down
site.
a little further there. You've got mine your gold. So.
Mine your gold.
Mine
okay.
your
Is that like a
gold.
points
So
thing?
for the end consumer, this is a way that you can enter. The more product you buy, you enter your product number, and the more chances you have to win things like, for example, this e-nail setup that we're giving away. We do product through the dispensaries, and the dispensaries can also get on board and use this system to give away their own
Solid.
products as well. From that side, it's a way that you can win prizes with the products that you win. From the other side, for us, it's a way that we can track the product to the individual dispensaries and to the individual people, so that we have an accounting, if you will, for quality control
Not
purposes.
because
and
you're
that kind of
government
stuff.
alien spies or anything like that, but it's for more of the security,
No.
so product.
No,
coverage
well,
and
I
shit.
think
it's like knowing your pharmaceuticals, if you will.
I want to be ahead of the government spies, so that I can very responsibly, the standard answer with the police and the busts that were happening in Toronto the other week,
Let's
for
face it,
example.
you're not
So-
MMPR licensed producer.
No,
And this
we are
morning we had that happen this morning
fully
as well.
gray
More
zone.
raids.
Well, we're MMAR.
We're MMAR. The product is sold through all of the channels that exist through the MMAR culture. So the crops are MMAR driven. The product sold through dispensaries, and we want a way that our clients can record the experience that they had with the product, and essentially like think of it like your Netflix for stoners. Have I tried this before? Did
Ooh,
I
I like
like
that.
it?
Cool.
Was it awesome? Great. So there's
Yeah.
I reviewed it. I gave it my 3 stars, my 5
Yeah.
stars. I left my little, thumbs
Little
up, thumbs
blurb
down
or
for myself,
whatever.
so that, 6 months from now when I'm standing in the dispensary going, oh, fuck,
What
the
was that
Tangy looks
shit
really
like
good. Did I
again?
try it before? You can look it up on your social media app and figure out.
Oh,
So that's the back end of the whole plan. But again, for a producer and the way that we're approaching it to different, and again, other producers can use the system. Like I said, the dispensary can use it for their products internally. It's a way for them to have accountability and for us to be able to say to the government and to legislators and tax people and all the rest of it, no, we actually do track all of our products and we can account for them and we can pay our taxes and we know if there's a recall or there's some kind of safety issue. Oh my God, we found mold in batch number 22297. Let me just recall it from the stores and I know exactly where it is.
That's very important.
That's because there's
very
been a
professional
couple
of you.
Yeah,
thank you very much,
Stormy.
Stormy.
Things we've seen down in Colorado we've talked about where there's been recalls on batches of weed and certain products and stuff because pesticides or mold have been found.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit went funky.
Yeah.
So
a friend of mine
so
actually.
with my other hat as not as the Glacial Gold marketer manager, but as social media, that is essentially our part of our system of being able to deliver tools to producers so that they can account and track their crops and hopefully help create a culture of being able to approach legalization with a more responsible
accountability
on our side, on the producer's side.
That's very, very awesome and respectable. And I like it a lot.
I do agree with accountability is something that I should be talking about. I don't necessarily think the current licensed producer model, we've been talking about this especially last week, is necessarily ideal. No, by far, there's a lot of problems with it and shit. But regardless, if you're putting out something for yourself, that's one thing. If you're smoking your own shit at home, that's whatever you do, that's your own business. But there is a certain level of accountability and responsibility that comes with putting out something to people that
if you're selling a product to people, you should be accountable about your product. That's
cool.
That simple.
That's like putting your note on the Halloween candy to say it's okay. That's where it came from. If you have any problems with it,
call area code 604.
Call old lady Wilson down the street. Man, that's all cool. So, okay, before we go on a whole lot longer.
Packed by Linda in aisle 12.
Nice.
Thanks, Linda.
Got to get to it. It's my favorite part. The questions I always like to ask.
Please, shoot.
Man, it's a weed show. We always got to ask our guests. Mm-hmm. How and when did you get into weed? Both of you. And answer at your leisure. Either one.
Why don't you start, Young, and my tales
Wilson, how did you get into weed?
Wilson, how'd you get into weed?
Please tell us.
Please tell us.
Into weed. Well, university, UBC.
Okay, so that was a short story.
Thank you, higher learning.
Yeah,
literally.
Exposed to the buds.
Yeah, well, that was when I was an occasional smoker. Was still on the Magic Flight launch box train back when it would still get me stoned.
Yes.
Yeah.
High tolerance?
Yeah, now it is. Later on, I got hired by my good friend Kai at Eden. I started off as a bud tender, and I eventually worked my way up to manager, helped my shop. People might remember me at the old Eden at Princess and Hastings, and yeah.
And then we stole him.
And then I got poached.
He got taken away.
Riel, where did your journey begin?
My journey with weed, wow. That would be easily 25 years ago, and I think I was introduced to it by a girlfriend, of course.
Very nice.
and actually,
seduced.
God, Sam and Jen, if you ever see this, you will laugh your asses off. I met these two girls.
Shout out Sam and Jen.
Shout out Sam and Jen. I was like the fresh off
as
the
opposed
boat
to
from
Tuna
Montreal.
Jen. Sam and Jen.
Sam and Jen.
Not
there
Tuna
were
Jen.
these two skateboard
Mackerel
riding
Jen.
girls that delivered weed in Vancouver that I met literally 1994 probably or 2 or something like that.
Nice.
And they delivered weed to me for probably 6 or 7 years before I found out other people could sell weed to me. I didn't really care because they were these really cute skateboard riding chicks who would deliver weed to you. So why the fuck would you look anywhere else, right?
Kinda. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So anyway, that's how I got into weed.
That's your story.
Wow,
and
I never even
sticking
thought about
to
the
it.
skateboard connection to that
Love
too.
it.
That's so funny. I'm
look
so
at
tied
that.
into skateboards and weed. It's just like subliminal.
Meant to happen. Weed karma.
You guys, I know you guys like work with the derbs, obviously, but like, what is your method of choice if you were to pick?
If you're at home sitting on your couch,
you know what?
joints,
Honestly,
what's your favorite
Quartz banger.
Yeah, he's a hardcore quartz banger. Honestly, this thing
Quartz banger?
is a vape pen
Oh, yeah.
that I've packed it through many countries and many rental cars and hotel rooms that you're not supposed to smoke in and all that kind of stuff. And I just freaking love it. So this is definitely my preferred. I smoke a pen because it's so discreet. I can smoke anywhere. I was smoking in the lineup in Disneyland recently with my kids.
Oh,
and
wow.
nobody notices. It doesn't, you just discreetly.
That's so terpy and delicious.
It was very tasty.
That's
Actually,
great.
whatever in the gold one was really tasty.
Yeah, that
I
gold
do.
one.
Come on, man. Have you seen
that? Would be the Jack Herrera, I believe.
I haven't smoked nearly enough weed yet. Okay, so if that's the case, then how much and how often do you smoke? Are you guys all day, every day, or just like a little bit at the end of the day,
Wake
once in a while?
and bake, baby.
All day, the whole day,
And then the night,
I
stay up late to smoke some more.
A very high tolerance.
I have 5 last dabs of the day. I'll just have one last dab.
Yep.
All right,
one last dab.
I do that too.
One last dab.
Actually, I forgot to say, you asked what was coming into stores there. We just got back half-gram packaging.
Oh, what does it say on the back of that one?
On the back of this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you like this one, don't you?
I do.
So this Brock cartoon changes a little bit. It says, a little dab will do.
Shouts to Brock.
Get it? It's a little dab as opposed to a full gram.
Check it. You even got the rainbow
Sorry,
shadows.
I had to point
Got
that
the
out.
rainbow check because it's Pride.
Oh yeah. So this is our Pride packaging for Pride Month. It's if anyone's living under a rock, then
it's
you
Pride
don't
Month.
know that it's Pride Month.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Vancouver.
In case you weren't aware,
Vancouver is going to have a big old parade in a couple of weekends.
Well, and Toronto, we're active in Toronto a lot as well, and Toronto's Pride scene is very active as well. So it's fun. It's fun to support with our packaging and just make a little shout out. It's fun to have some variety there too. So
it sure is.
You got to support the community, man. It's a big part of the community.
Well, the community supports us, so we got to give back.
Yeah, they sure love the shatter.
Well, let's face it. You got that whole double income, no kids thing going on. It's pretty good from a marketing. It's a good demographic to go
brand
for.
Fits in very well in the gay market.
Hey,
no
well,
question.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And fancy little fetish things that I get to buy. Oh my God, how many can I collect?
Yeah. Well, only colors that matter are gold and green. So if you want to get into it,
got that nicely covered.
Okay, and then my favorite question. Actually, you know what, Stormy?
Yeah, can I?
You can do it this week.
Thank you. Okay, so, I mean, my personal one is cheese. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. But okay, if you had think back, because 25 years ago you started smoking weed. Kind of recent UBC. If you had one bag that was like the best bag of weed you've ever had, what's the most magical, beautiful, smelly, terpy, loud bag? What's the bag that got away?
If I were to pick one bag, and it's gonna be, if it's top quality, the best that's ever been grown,
that you've ever smoked in your whole life, the best bag you ever had, and you look back and if I only could have some more of that.
I already know. Because I think fondly back to finding this giant bud with trikes and terps that looked like dabs on the bud. It was a magnificently done Congolese.
Oh, the Congo shows its face.
Oh yeah,
yes.
The Congolese.
Yes.
The Congo.
Congolese Temple Calyx.
Oh.
Temple Calyx. Actually, they were
great
on some Temple Calyx Congo yesterday on
yeah?
the Seed Desk with Marijuana Man Williams, Kush Queen in between, and now the Alchemist, talking about Cushy's favorite.
So
Shouts to the
terpy.
Queen herself. Loves the Congo.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. How about you, Riel?
I was thinking I was gonna go with. I had a purple haze a few years ago that was like just these giant crystals on it. It was like Christmas time, and they had trimmed it really beautifully, and it looked like little Christmas trees on it. And I kind of want to say that one. Although, what was the goofy ass name that the thing was the other day?
Nukin or the Silverjack?
Silverjack, something or other.
Well, it's the Silverjack Overshatter done by Terpfire.
Shouts to Terpfire. What's up, Terpfire? We know that.
Oh yeah. That stuff was incredible. But that's not a flower, right? That's a shatter. I was talking about the bud that we smoked there. It was something SSL or SS something or other.
The bud? You mean Super Silver Haze?
Yes,
Ooh,
that was it.
Super
Silver
Haze.
Haze. And I will give a shout out to my Canawide buddy Andrew who hooked me up with that stuff. And it was really refreshing to taste like really good bud for. Because I've been smoking a lot of shatter.
I bet.
And
this is delicious.
So I almost would go with that was actually some of the best weed I've smoked as well. So either of those two.
Well, we appreciate that, and I mean, it's good, that you got a couple of things to choose from. It's nice to be able to think back. Congo is becoming very popular, very high up on a lot lot lists, man. Very high up.
Yes.
How about the guys in the back?
Good
What do you?
reason.
I gotta ask you guys as well. Too. Best bag ever.
I recently had some blackjack over in Cali, Northern Cali, last fall, and it was some of the best tasting stuff I've had. Flowers I've had tasted like actual flowers, really.
Wow.
Beautiful. All right.
My favorite is still Glacial Gold stuff. I don't know. I've tried a lot of different stuff.
The boy.
I don't know. It's
Someone get that man a check.
It definitely is higher quality stuff. It's I like a slow temperature, like a low temperature on it, so it doesn't really burn it off anything. Just tastes really nice, and there's a good variety. So I don't know, and it's free for me right now.
And that, kids, is how you become a sponsored skateboard rider.
There you go. Well, check that out, man. We appreciate you guys sharing everything.
Marcel, I think you're gonna dab.
Professional, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna cut to a video here in a minute. You guys hit some dabs on the way out. We're gonna watch coming up on our next segment here. We thank you guys for being here. Of course, make sure glacial.gold. The website is also this Instagram and as well as Glacial Gold Twitter. Be there, check it out, support these guys, man. And yes, check it out. We're gonna give away. Basically,
we're gonna give away an email.
We're gonna give an email bong combo. Email name bong combo.
An enamel. We're gonna give away an enamel.
So because there will be no necessary, well, I'm not saying there will or won't be any product in it, but we're not necessarily giving it away. But if we didn't put any product with it, I could do this.
Know what might happen.
Well, if we could open it up to people from anywhere, like even the U.S. could win one of these in theory.
Oh yeah, we could definitely
products
ship
couldn't
it out
go.
without anything in it. So that
well,
let's
talk about the logistics of that. But we're super excited. Stay tuned Sunday for the Glacial Gold e-nail giveaway through Expert Joints and Stormy Ent social media. Looking massively forward to that. Your products have been top notch today here. I am nicely toasted. This joint with the shatter and the wax in here is just absolutely delicioumified.
Very high. It's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay golden. These guys have been golden. Appreciate you being here. Time to jump to the video break, man. Before we do, though, any last shout-outs, plugs? Anyone to shout out besides Brock?
I guess you guys can follow me at Wilson THC on Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah, Wilson
and those
THC.
are my initials. It's not just THC.
Wilson THC.
That worked out real well.
Yeah, Glacial Gold, and my personal handle is DJ Riel. If anybody else wants the
Sick
put
DJ.
down DJ Riel. Yeah, that's from my old raver days. I was a party promoter for decades.
And now it's going to be your new Raver
Before
Day
I started
handle.
hawking drugs for a living.
Nice. Team Glacial Gold, check it out. Yes,
Rock
on
dealer.
Instagram as well, too. Make sure you check them. For now, you guys go watch this video, and we'll be right back in a couple of minutes, okay? We already saw that one. I'm going to do this one. She says,
Often means a trip to the shore, to the Poconos. For some, they're going to new heights on their vacation, custom limo tours, cooking and art classes, all involving marijuana. Fox 29's Chris O'Connell traveled to Denver, where the tourists are flocking for a mile-high vacation.
We were here on vacation for our anniversary.
Steve and Wanda Worsley thought what better way to spend their romantic 7th anniversary vacation than visiting picturesque Denver, Colorado. Wow. But these lovebirds from Seattle didn't come for the Rocky Mountains. They came to go shopping for weed.
And figured while we were in town, we'd stop by and enjoy some of the legal recreation.
Welcome to Colorado's budding business of pot tourism.
Here, you just kind of walk in, show them your ID, and buy it.
These days, out-of-state tourists like the Worsleys are flocking to Denver's 350 recreational pot shops like this one on Denver's 16th Street Mall, smack dab in the middle of the city's busiest boulevard, right there next to the 7-Eleven.
Have you seen any people from Philadelphia?
I've seen tons of people from Philadelphia. I mean, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey.
I toured the Euflora Recreational Medicine Shop. This is a place where you can smell the bouquet of the latest high-grade pot strains and read about the daily pot specials on a tablet.
Something called Grape Ape. That's what it looks like.
But like many who come here, the Worsleys are shopping for edible marijuana products. From gourmet peanut butter cookies to colorful candies, chocolate bars, even massage oils, all infused with cannabis.
The medibles are the simplest kind of thing, especially when you're out and about, walking around for the next 5 hours. You don't need to find a place to smoke. You just eat a cookie and you're good to go.
And the customers may surprise you, young and old, blue collar to professional.
That's awesome. I wish every state kind of did this.
These women from Wisconsin had the same reaction many had from out of state.
Awesome. I love it.
Some companies offer marijuana-linked tours like spa treatments or mountain retreats. Some hotels leave guests brochures on how much and where to consume their pot. But how is this free-for-all on marijuana affecting Denver's inner cities, the people who live here? I took a drive to northeast Denver to find out. That's where I ran into Pastor Leroy Thompson.
We had prostitution, we had gangs, drug addicts. It was run for your life.
Thompson says he successfully spent years trying to get rid of the drug dealers out of his neighborhood. Now his grandchildren finally have a safe place to play. He thinks the recreational legalization of marijuana is wrong in God's eyes and bad for the community.
Two laws we must obey, God's law and man's. God's law come before man.
But even opponents agree legal pot is now the new reality. And in the 7 months Colorado has made lighting up legal, the state has brought in nearly $26 million in tax revenue, much of it coming from out-of-staters like the Worsleys. Some think what's happening here may be a sign of what's to come in Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
People seem to be supportive of it, I think, because they're realizing that it's not interacting with everybody else's personal lives. It's not being pushed on other people. It's something people can enjoy in their homes.
In Denver, Colorado, Chris O'Connell, Fox 29 News.
Oh, I thought that. Huh. I thought that. We're back. We're back. I thought that ended differently. Maybe the video froze part of the way through. I don't know. That was weird. Maybe it was all there. Anyway, yes. Sorry, I was doing multi things at once. I think.
Hi.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, right. So okay.
I made it.
Hi. So
We are back.
okay. Next up
Hi,
on the
hi.
show. Hi.
Hi. Hand hug.
Hi. I like it. Okay. So easy now. Don't break the place.
Breaking
We haven't
shit
done
around here.
paid
It's not a
for it
party
yet.
till
So,
shit gets
hey.
broken.
Hey, easy
Yeah.
now.
Get some
Tiger
rowdy guests.
throwing
Hey,
these people
is that it?
around everywhere. I tell you. Okay. So next up, we're gonna try and do a Skype call with Brandon from the Travel Joint. Let me see. But of course, we're still sampling products from Glacial Gold today. Make sure you check them out. Glacial
We're
Gold.
gonna be getting you fucked up.
Oh, going well.
How you doing?
That last joint was
You're
really
still
nice, man.
standing. Let's do another dab.
Oh, come on, man. Have you seen the show? I can stand through no matter how much of this. I
have goals, motherfucker. I got
Come on,
shit
man.
to
I think that was a
do.
I got things to do.
Yeah, that
And
was
I
a
got buttons to
throwdown,
press-
mother.
and I got buttons
Give
to
him
press
a
and
double
everything.
dab, double that.
The travel joint.
Give
Let
him a
me see if I can
Smith
get dude up
Mix
on
a
here.
little bit of Death Bubba with a little bit
And-
of Train Wreck, man. Lay on a little bit of Kanji. It'd be beautiful, man.
Let me see.
Shut that
It's gonna look like a coral snake.
Fucked up. Oh. Going well.
Brandon?
Are you there?
I can't hear you. Can you probably hear me? Hang on one sec. Let me see. We'll try that. If that is better. Brandon, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
And you can hear me? Okay, great. And then we've got one of these things dialed in here. Let's see if we can get another one dialed up here. It is a matter of a little bit of a process here, admittedly, to make one of these Skype dial-ins work.
Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. I'm Stormy. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And also, I'm going to go ahead and try and do my best here to sort out this situation with the echoes. I've been trying a little bit this week to see if I can get it better. It has been, well, difficult at best, but I'm almost there. I hope this is better. I'll Back in the playback in a second.
I want it dripping.
Thanks to
Dripping
almost
dabs all over the studio.
Here on my playback. Plus, I'm using Carly's headphones. It's really loud. I hope that everyone catches me here in a second. Problem last time on the Skype in, so give me 1 second. I got a couple ideas on settings that I can press if necessary, guys, so bear with us. That said, The Travel Joint is the world's only cannabis travel and leisure site with hotels, flights, 420 rentals, dispensaries, tours, events, and lots more. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CEO Brandon of The Travel Joint to the show. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
Hi, Brandon.
Well done. Well done.
I love the idea of your site. It's awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
The Anthony Bourdain of weed.
You have Toronto listed because I'm going there soon.
It is fantastic to have you, man. Thank you very much.
Where are you calling in from, Brandon?
Yeah,
I'm curious.
I'm actually home. I just got home, so.
You have a beautiful home. Can I just say the pillars behind you look very angelic. That's super cool.
Or he lives in a movie theater.
Yeah, like that's a really nice home.
Oh, thanks.
Gorgeous.
It's big.
Where is home located?
Las
the Travel
Vegas.
Joint is like travel. So where are you?
We're based in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Ooh, cool.
Yeah, it's getting crazy out here already.
I've never been to Vegas.
We're going to be based in Colorado.
Vegas, Stormy? Oh my God. Can we take you to Vegas? Glacial Gold will take you to Vegas golden style, man. Vegas is so fun.
Vegas? That's great. I'm excited.
I love
so you're calling in from Vegas. What is the Travel Joint? Can you explain a little bit about the Travel Joint to us, please?
I mean, basically, it started off. The idea came to me on election night.
On election night?
Yeah, like three years ago.
Which election? Whose election?
When they passed recreational for Colorado.
Okay.
So I'm a bit older than you guys, but back in the day, we would go to Amsterdam, on their vacations and stuff. And it was just immediate. It was like, okay, well, instead of just having a vacation where you go and sit in a coffee shop and smoke out, this could open up everything. I mean, you could go skiing, you go, restaurants, shows, concerts, all these different things. And so we put a team together, and we just started building this thing. And I really didn't know exactly what we were building. We've been at it for almost 4 years now, and it's just this evolving thing. I mean, what began as have a trip to Colorado and go smoke out and deal with some of our partners, go to like tastings and cannabis friendly transportation and all these different things, is just really kind of turned into a kind of a conglomerate, I guess, where we kind of introduce, the site is the clientele that we have are the people that, a lot of them are the people that, were smoked in the 70s, they went and had their kids.
So they're kind of OGs.
Yeah, and so, the kids are out of the house, and now they're like, okay, let's go. We have, it's, husband and wife, and they just want to take these vacations. They want to smoke weed instead of, drinking alcohol.
Yeah, so they're not they're like the 80% of stoner culture that actually exists under the covers that you don't normally see being so out and forward, being like, oh yeah, man, smoke weed. They're kind of like, I want to go hang out in a nice environment and with like-minded individuals and enjoy some cannabis.
Exactly, that's exactly
nice.
what it is. And I mean, I'm sure you see at dispensaries. I mean, you just. In Washington, Oregon, and Colorado, that's the clientele. That's the bread and butter. That's who's in there. So it's initially we thought it was going to be the younger clientele, but it's not. It's actually a much older clientele. And so basically what we do is we try and introduce and we try and educate these people along with providing all of the amenities that we do. So we want them to know that if you're going to walk in and you buy a whole bag of gummy bears, you might want to eat a couple and sit back and see what happens. Don't eat the bag. So there's a lot of that whole educational side of it.
Oh, that's great.
But
so the people aren't walking in blindsided. You can have like someone that doesn't really have a lot of experience. Be like, I want to have a nice cannabis experience, but I have no real idea what I'm getting into. But you guys can take that person and be like, we can guide you. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because we want them to have a good experience. They have a crappy experience, then they're liable not to come back. So, and now what we're doing is we're getting ready to launch an actual whole brand section, so that we're going to basically becoming a brand-driven industry. And you walk into a dispensary in Washington and there's 50 different brands, and it's like, what is this? What is that? So now we're going to allow the brands to actually build pages, just like we do with dispensaries. Dispensaries can have their own pages on the site, so that people can browse the dispensaries, see where they want to go. We're going to be doing the same thing with brands now, so that they're familiar with the brands before they go, and hopefully they'll actually go in search of the brands like they do, the dispensaries. So, because it's going to be all about the brands. I mean, that's.
So can I ask you, are you saying that you're organizing specific tours for brands? So for example, could we get you organizing Las Vegas Glacial Gold tours for us that were brand specific on our?
Yeah, we could do that.
And
we're
market
actually
it through your site.
We're going to be doing. There's some crazy big facilities that are being built in Las Vegas. I don't know if you guys know what's going on down here, but
so these are pool booking for events that are going on. You're saying, and doing customized kind of personal packages.
Yes, and we're also going to be doing. You could tour some of the grow facilities. I mean, they just built a 1 million square foot grow facility in Vegas. 1 million square feet. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
So
running tourists through it though might not be their primary objective.
Oh, of course not.
Come on, man. Tours like hell, too.
We have a gallery at the back. You're allowed to walk through and smell one of the plants, and then move along, sir. Move along, please. Thank you.
No, well, actually, no, because what we find is when a person goes and tours a facility, they build a connection towards that brand. So much so to where that's what they go and buy. Now, with us, you're actually going to be touring a facility, and then you'll be taken to one of the dispensaries that is also owned by that facility. But when these people do their tours, like you're not going to go and tour Jack Daniel's facility and then go out and do a shot of Jim Beam. You're gonna have Jack Daniel's that night, and recollect on the experience of it after you've learned all these things about it. You're going to appreciate the product more, and that's what we're trying to do. We want people and the clients to know what makes each of these products special.
That's
it becomes personal.
Fantastic. So it's like a fully immersed experience.
Yes.
In cannabis. So you take the tours. Do you guys also have accommodations that you set up? How does that work?
Yeah. So what we have, we've just recently partnered with Priceline, so we can give you all the cheapest flights and hotels and stuff like that. And then we also
Priceline.
Priceline. Okay.
Cannabis friendly lodging.
Yeah.
So we have a cannabis friendly dude ranch in Colorado, and we recently started to do our own properties. So we've just done our first property that is just ours, and it's a travel joint suite. It's in a penthouse suite right off the Strip in Las Vegas.
Oh goodness, that sounds amazing.
This is pictures that we've got up right above you right now.
That. Oh, that's beautiful. I would love to see that sometime.
Come in and basically, they can supply, the glass, and like a company, Pot of Coffee, just came in and supplied us with a Keurig, and so we got the CBD, their Keurig pods, so it's going to be a whole experience. All the dispensaries that are partners of ours, they leave all of their stuff around, whatever T-shirts and 20% off this dispensary, and so that basically when you check in, you have everything you need. And then of course we have a limousine service that basically will pick you up at the airport. If you don't have a MMJ license, because remember now Las Vegas or Nevada has full reciprocity. So if you come from any 23 states with your MMJ card, you can purchase in Las Vegas. We're so close to rec.
What about in Canada? Like if you have your MMPR from Canada,
well,
can you come to Las
what
Vegas?
You would be able to do is you would be able to book through us.
Come talk to the doctor for 10 minutes, ma'am. We'll get that covered for you.
Exactly. Our limo would pick you up, and on the way to the dispensary, we would get you a recommendation via Skype, and then you would be, by the time you arrive at the dispensary, you'd be ready to shop.
In the limo?
Yes.
Oh.
I like it.
Whoa. Okay.
Quite the experience there.
So it's a Skype call inside the limo.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
So I
Daddy
think what we
style.
will do is we will start streaming live from the back of the limo, me and Stormy, when we fly in. Is there a private jet too? No. And we broadcast the whole weekend there. You can come in, you can play some piano for us. I think it'll be dope.
Oh my goodness. And I can see the pillars in your home because they're so cool. I want to see a home with pillars. Just invite myself over to everybody's house.
Yeah, right. We just invite ourselves. That's what we do. And we're gonna stream the whole thing.
We do.
Yeah, and we're gonna stream the whole thing live on Pot TV.
Exactly.
It is very cool, man. So you've got a wide variety of tours and stuff. I see hikes through lakes and stuff. I see bus trolley tours, all kinds of different things. I mean, tell us more about some of your fine tours.
Yeah.
I mean, well, they're growing. So what we're doing is we're basically partnering with a lot of these tour companies because we don't actually have a lot of people we can't have people in every single state hands-on. So there's a lot of great tour companies that are coming up. Like we're getting ready to partner with a new company out of Denver called Looper.
We have a skateboarding tour that you can sell for us if you'd like.
Nice.
There's only a few seats, but it's a really wild ride.
Because it's over quickly too.
That's right.
That's amazing.
It's all over BC, and it'll be very memorable.
Where basically the app, you just download the app, they come and get you, and then they have a route that they do, and then you go inside. They've got the dab rigs and everything like that all set up, and so you can just go from dispensary to dispensary. You know, in each dispensary they'll stay there for like 15 minutes or whatever. Pick up what you need, and you go back on, and you just ride around in this, and it's a full luxury. I mean, it's a full size like.
Oh my goodness gracious! That looks so.
I'm just trying to bring it up in the chat right now, in the window right now. Man. Oh, well, I got the inside of it. Let me make it bigger.
One of the people in the chats is asking if Remo will be leading any of the tours.
Will who?
Remo the urban grower.
I don't know who's going to be doing some of the tours. We have the big tour we're going to be doing in Vegas is going to be with Essence.
Essence.
So they're the only one that has a location on the strip.
Smell it.
Oh, okay.
So there was a big deal. They were on, I think it was Jay Leno or something like that. So what they have is they have three dispensaries and then a grow facility. Ooh. So what'll happen is you'll be able to do the grow facility, and then they'll take you to probably the strip location. So, but as it stands right now, that is the only dispensary in Vegas that is actually on the strip. Now you have Las Vegas Relief, Sahara Wellness. There's a few of them that are very close by. But right now, that's officially the only one that's on the strip.
Well, which makes sense. I mean,
that's the inside of the limo right there you're looking at, I believe.
Yeah, that was very nice. We're also, now I'm looking at the dispensary listing service that you guys also have on there as well, too. So on top of all the accommodations and all the different events that are happening, you touched on it, these events that you take people to on the tour are also listed on your location service as well.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, that's kind of the weed maps type facet of the site where people can go and find their dispensaries and stuff like that. And we do profiles of the dispensaries. Recently, we've just started doing virtual reality 360 tours.
Yeah, we saw that.
So you can actually
try and put that up here now. Let me see if I can get that up. It may not play, but okay, yes, you got these 360 tours, and it is working. Hey, awesome.
Look at that. Oh, is that real life?
Well, I think it's a 2-minute video they shoot, and then you just can search through. It looks like they got a 360. Tell us how it's done, my friend.
Look at all of these things.
So a company called Ali created this technology, and they sent us a camera to use. And so we've had a lot of glitches with it trying to get it to work right because it's basically a new prototype. But so basically what we do is we go in, and when we shoot a dispensary, we'll use GoPros just to shoot everything, exteriors and stuff like that. And then
this is a 360 video. We're actually playing with this with the skaters as well. It's so cool. Facebook and YouTube both have this 360 video profile. So you shoot with like 6 or 8 cameras in a ball basically, and get this wild video that you can drive.
What's happening?
And that's the funny thing now is I have to film all these. So I'm in every single one of these videos. So it looks like that I'm in every dispensary on the planet.
You are such a drug addict. Oh my God, he's everywhere.
There he is again.
Right?
That one as well.
I swear, hun, it's research.
It's work, honey. I'll be home.
I'll be home later in cloudy.
Can we talk what we're smoking here?
So you got all kinds of things you're into, and then obviously the events that we were that your site also covers as well involve. Are they all canna friendly, or are they?
So
how does that work?
We do is there's three things. We cover concerts and comedy shows, which you can just purchase your tickets right. We have the tickets for all those shows, so you can just buy them right on the site. And then we also do the 420 events because we also want to be the location where you can go online and find all of the 420 cups, the events, chalice, 420 cup, cannabis cup, all these different things. And so it's just the one location where you can do that. So we also have the 420 events. And then
you get 420 Vancouver on your list there, bro.
Yes.
What's that?
You got to get 420 Vancouver on your list, bro.
Yes.
420 Vancouver is
We have a few events we could add to your calendar as well.
Yeah, we love it. And then we're starting to do some of our own events now. We recently did a cannabis kickball event in Las Vegas, which was pretty crazy. And then our next event is we're going to be doing a roller skating night in Las Vegas.
Oh, get out of here.
That'll give a chance for all the brands to be able to come in. They can advertise on premise. And it's just, just things that are fun.
Cool.
Things.
Roller skating would be so fun. I
see you've got the charity cannabis, the Cannabis Charity Open Golf Park Club event coming up in a few weeks. That's pretty cool.
Say that 3 times.
Nope, I couldn't say it one time.
Cannabis charity.
You heard me. I couldn't even say it once.
Have another dab.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just there's a lifestyle around the whole thing, and it's like
it's the culture.
That's what the travel joint is. It's for the cannabis community. Definitely. And what's happened is when we started out as this thing for people to go on trips, now what's happened is just that everybody in the cannabis community just uses our site whenever they're traveling anywhere. So
it's pretty dope.
Even if they're on a business trip or here and there, they just use our site as opposed to using another site that doesn't support cannabis.
Or whatever?
Yeah, because you look in here, you've got your flights, you got your hotels, you got all sorts of different possibilities. I'm going to make the screen a little bit bigger here for a minute and cover everybody up. But yeah, you can go ahead and book through with your flights, your hotels, car rentals, get tickets to events, book the tours, look at your dispensaries, and get your accommodations that are 420 friendly. as I can't put it. So
yeah, so that's kind of what's happened. This company it's owned by everyone in the cannabis community. It's their site. It's not ours.
That's beautiful.
That's cool.
I love that.
I like the lodging. I want to look at one of these, man. We looked at the hotel joint. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think
can
this
you
one's
smoke in all the hotels?
Yeah. So that comes down to the question here. I mean, now do some of these?
Jumping a little bit,
that's
like,
okay.
I know that we're just we're kind of segueing.
So here's what happens. So a lot of the hotels, what we do, because there's so few of them, right? What we do is we normally, if we put certain hotels that we like, they normally have balconies.
Right.
So now, of course, Vegas
Figure it out.
There's a problem in Vegas because they don't have balconies in the hotels because people jump off the buildings.
I lost all my money. I'm broke.
Yeah. So, but there's actually going to be full on 420 hotels opening up in Vegas.
Very cool.
When they go rec in November, it's going to be over.
We can't wait to be down there, man, and checking all these places out. I want to come see what they've got now. Come later.
So
also,
like that one you're looking at right there. That is the Jupiter Hotel.
And their dope package.
We partnered with Dope Magazine and Jupiter, and so what they did is it's called Everything But the Weed. So basically, you check into your room, and there's all these goodie bags and all these different things from us and Dope Magazine, and then you just buy what you want. Now, of course, there's things that have to be said. There are legalities because see, here's the problem: you have Clean Air Acts in these cities. You have a Clean Air Act in Oregon. You have a Clean Air Act in Colorado. Yeah. So you'll notice that there are some disclaimers on the bottom of those things. No smoking in the room and stuff like that. But those things have to actually be placed there. Just for legal purposes.
Got it.
All
Makes
right.
sense. I mean, you got to have your disclaimer in place. I mean, like officially, we can't actually officially recommend the usage or consumption
We're
there
not
of
officially
marijuana.
consuming anything. These are all props. This
is stunt
There is
weed.
absolutely
Don't worry
no
about it.
THC content. We bought it from a giant LP, so you can rest
You're fine.
assured
You're
there's
good.
absolutely no
So basically, yeah. So it comes down to you. So we sort of touched on a little bit medical, recreational. Do you, with the patients anyway, to be able to help them out in your area? But like, if you're offering a tour in a recreational state, I know not everything you do is in Vegas.
Right.
People can get. People can get these same sort of tours recreationally in, say, Washington and Oregon and.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. So you work with medicinal and recreational areas. Do you have any plans of expanding, going more international?
Well, we're thinking that Vegas is going to go rec, Arizona is going to go rec, and quite possibly California might go rec in November.
I agree with all three of those statements.
So we're going to have our hands full. We'll expand when we're ready. We don't want to do anything half-assed. I don't want to promise that we can do something, overseas and then not deliver.
Definitely.
I would rather just do what we're doing and do it right. And as the company grows, then we'll obviously expand overseas and Canada. Canada's going to be a big one.
Make sure you come up to Vancouver, do a Amsterdam tour.
Please.
Yeah, Canada. I can't wait to get up there.
We've done some Amsterdam VIP tours for a couple celebs out before, and they've been a lot of fun. And we'd like to be able to do it for other people, take them around to a whole bunch of dispensaries, meet a whole bunch of people from the culture and the community.
Sure.
And good times, man. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Have you, I mean, like we've done VIP tours ourselves. We've done some VIP tours.
Yeah.
What kind of VIP tours have you done? Have you toured any celebrities
Yeah,
around?
I was gonna, if you can, without giving anybody's like too many people away, like
Yeah.
have you done
No,
anything for anybody famous?
No, I can't talk about that.
Yeah, I can't talk about that. But
it's starting. It's we're at ground zero right now. We've just scratched the surface on what we're about to do.
Oh, that's
Fantastic, man.
exciting then. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great place to be in sort of startup land. It's a lot of work and a lot of craziness, but it's a good time too. I appreciate you taking the time to come out and plug your place with us. But just like anybody else, man, you're not exempt from the rest of the questions that come along.
Okay. We gotta ask you some questions about some weeds.
Some hard hitting of the journalisms here is where this is the heavy part of the show. Our favorite part of the show, Norm and I.
Yeah, are you ready for it?
Let's go.
Okay, question 1. How and when did you get into weeds?
Well, like I said, I started the company 4 years ago. But we smoked weed through high school and stuff like that. But it's nothing like the weed today. I mean, it was that swag, we didn't know any difference. None of it had any name.
It was just weed.
It was all from,
all
from the Mexican cartel and off of a brick of something.
Mm-hmm.
It was crap, So it's nothing like what's out there today. I mean,
so back in the day, back in high
or
school.
kids are lucky.
They either had it or they didn't.
Right. I come from an area that didn't have anything other than good weed or not good weed, and mostly it was not good weed and more not good weed.
Yeah, no, same.
Really,
I came from an area that was like, you got weed.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Should
it's
be
the
happy
weeds.
about that.
That's what you
Yeah,
get.
there was no
guy
questions
came
after
through.
Yeah, right. The guy
At some
he
point.
answered his phone and showed
He
up
answered
after
his
2
phone.
hours in the waiting in the parking lot.
Yeah, you had to wait for him.
And I didn't have 2 girls that delivered on skateboards. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, appreciate
Privilege,
that. Yeah, right. And your method of choice when you decide to partake these days, are you go to grab for a joint? Are you a bong guy? Dabs? What's your go-to smoking
your
device?
favorites?
Yeah, what's your favorite method of consumption?
I'm a lightweight. So Green Life Productions developed a travel joint strain that was just released like 3 months ago. And it is, so it's in all the dispensaries in Vegas now. It's called the Travel Joint strain. You can find it on Leafly. And literally, I can barely even smoke this stuff. I mean, it's like 29.5% THC, like 0.01 CBD. No, I know you guys are over there dabbing. You're like, oh, that's nothing. But
that sounds
yeah,
lovely, actually.
Sounds quite tasty.
You get other
Sounds
cannabinoids in there too.
Yeah.
it's a mix from Alien Star Dog and Monster Cookie, I believe.
Okay.
Here's let me see. There's the pre-roll.
Ah, nice. Nice.
That looks nice.
So you just smoke a little bit of some pre-roll? you smoke joints? You smoke
Yeah. I mean, but for me, actually, you know, I'm really into CBD strains. I like AC/DC. I like Ambulance. I like Pennywise.
Yeah.
I like those really high CBD, low THC, so I can still get stuff done. Because, like I said, I mean, I'm a lightweight. You know, it's like a couple hits, and then I'm just like, oh my god, you know. And so I'm either working, you know, eating or sleeping it these days. You know, life is a startup.
Yeah, right.
So
20 hours a day, you can't get enough done in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then let's let you get back to what you need to do, but only after I this time ask. When you look back at all the bags of weed that you've ever smoked in your life and all the strains that you've ever come across, you look back, is the favorite bag you've ever smoked the most memorable strain, the most memorable variety? You think of it fondly, you miss it. It's the bag that got away, the best bag ever. What stands out for you?
I really like lavender.
Yeah, tasty.
Green Life Productions that's just, it's incredible. I mean, it's just real. It's not too high in THC. It's like a 21% or something like that. But it's just so smooth. Like, and it doesn't, you know, you don't get all confused in the head. It's just real nice body buzz. You know, you can sleep well on it. Yeah, lavender. I love lavender.
Nice, man. Well,
that sounds so nice. I've never even heard.
I've smoked it. It's been good. Yeah, it's very.
But that sounds really marketable to like mainstream. You know, because I hear a lot of the names that are like OG Kush, Monster Ripper, you know, Alien Annihilator.
Death
it's like
Bubba.
Lavender. That's something that I can imagine my mom smoking. She'd be like,
you get the Death
fuck
Bubba
yeah,
right
lavender.
A blue dream.
I mean, she probably wouldn't say that. She'd probably be like, heck yes. Goodness gracious, lavender.
Golly gosh,
Golly
gee,
good-
that sounds good. Well, that was fantastic, man. I appreciate you coming through. Tell us what's next for the Travel Joint.
Like I said before, it's going to be the brands. We're going to really start pushing these brands so that they have a platform to kind of educate people on what they're doing, what makes their product different from the next guy. That's really important for everybody, whether it be an edible company, a concentrate company. It's going to be what separates me, what separates our company from everybody else, and why you should choose our brand. So basically, it's going to be a lot of you know, letting brands kind of ruffle their feathers and show what they're doing and educate along with it. You know, educate the clientele because, like I said, I mean, you know, our clientele, they're the ones that are, I just had a dispensary open up next to me. I think I might go buy some. That's our clientele. It's, you know, our client, you know, it's not the.
You're doing great work.
Yeah, we appreciate what you're
respect it.
doing, man. Thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time to be able to come out and talk with us for a little bit. Love to. Next time we're down in Vegas, or if we ever get a chance to come down to Vegas soon,
we're coming for you.
After we come back from Toronto from these guys, we'll stop down in Vegas and see you on the way. We'll make it all happen, man.
I would like the limo.
Yes, please.
I would.
I would like the limo
like
full
it.
of weed. We'll have it waiting.
Limo with weed.
Some
Skittles.
Some Skittles, thank you. For more, check out thetraveljoint.com and at The Travel Joint across social media. Thank you very much, Brandon, for being here. Any shout-outs, any last plugs?
Nah, you guys are doing great work. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for being a part of the show. And I'm going to cut this quick video, and we'll see you later.
Enjoy.
Thank you, boss. Let me click to this one, to this one.
To that lady.
Back to the unimpressed lady. Da, 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 da,
So
da, da.
upset.
This one. That was really. And that's not the right one. Nope. There we. Hey. Hi. Hi. Travel Joint, Expert Joint, yes, Plant Builder. I think it's bound to happen. We should probably go down there, check out these travel services, see, just bring you guys a little slice of what's going on, make sure it's, expert approved. Camera's a little bit crooked.
And well put together.
Yes. Make sure it's well put together. Just like this Glacial Gold we've been actually ripping on today. I am nicely toasted.
Terpy.
Yeah, right? This is the goods. Mm-hmm. Okay, so next up, news break. We got
you got breaking news.
We got breaking. Well, actually, we kind of do have a little bit of some breaking news when you want to get into it.
It's true.
Ohio is actually the kickoff.
Ohio.
News from Ohio.
Ohio.
What's happening in Ohio?
I'm Ohio.
I'm kind of Ohio right now. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. In the news is yesterday, I think, or yesterday, the mayor of Ohio. No, that's not true. Governor of Ohio. That's probably a little bit more reasonable. I'm waiting for the article to fully load here. Of course, because we're live on TVs. The internet won't. The internet won't come up on it. So that's cool. We'll get there shortly. It's coming slowly but surely. Anyway, yes, the U.S. governor signed into law some level of medical marijuana okayedness in Ohio. And our good guys from the Social Revolution, which we plug every Saturday night, join us live from Ohio. Check them at the Metal Nation Radio, as well as on 321 Cheers on social media, also on Facebook and everywhere you want to go. 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 hours, the drinking show with the radio problem. Shout-outs to Jammin', shout-outs to Atomic, Icy, and as well as Dark One. All those guys bringing it to you. The Social Revolution. We turn in, we sponsor the Smoke Break, and we've actually had Jammin' and Atomic on the show before. And, well, because this is live breaking news from Ohio, it seems like a good time to talk to our boy Jammin' live from Ohio. So on the quick little add-in, one more little Skypey McSkypersons. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I pressed the right button. Did I close this one, open this one, click?
I like your beard, first and foremost. I'd like to say that. Hello, I'm Stormy.
Yes.
It's very nice, right?
Yeah, it's very, I mean, own it, right? It is very nice. Good job.
How's it going?
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, now a repeat guest, and of course I phone in to harass these guys once in a while. Jammin' himself from the Social Revolution crew. What is going on, man? You guys are obviously killing it every week.
Fighting the good fight.
But yes, it looks like the fight is going in the right direction. What's new with Ohio?
Tell us all about it.
Well, I guess the state legislature passed a House bill, and we're getting medical, but it is seriously restricted.
Yes. Yeah, it's not a massive celebration. Let's be honest with you. It's not a over the fence home run. It's a
step in the right direction.
It is a baby step.
You got hit by a pitch, but you're on base.
It's the tiniest. It's the tiniest of at bat possible. I mean, it really, it really covers all of the extreme cases. It covers cancer and HIV and Parkinson's. Really, the people that need it the most. I mean, really, if I had to put myself in the line of people that need it, I'd probably put myself towards the end.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what about the common headache? Everyone should have the right.
Yeah, I get lots of headaches, right? So, but it's not going to cover anything real grand. But Ohio's a really conservative state, so you're going to get what you get.
It's something.
Well, and 8 months ago, you guys had an opportunity to do a little bit of some legalization or have other medical marijuana legislation tabled, and they went and fucked up the vote on you on purpose and made it so it really wouldn't work. Just to see here you are 6 months later in a situation where it's starting to at least move in any direction, I guess is
exciting.
Yeah, it's positive, right? Like you say, it's pretty conservative, no?
Yeah, any step for Ohio to make is a big step, and it really shows how far it's really come as far as it being mainstream. More liberal states like California and Nevada. I mean, I didn't even know that Nevada had recreational up for that. So, and I mean, the fact that they've even got recreational as a possibility is awesome, because going to Vegas and smoking weed, there's nothing better than that.
We will see you there for a live show.
You should come to Vancouver.
yeah, come to Vancouver.
There's something about coming to Vancouver and smoking BC, but let me tell you what.
I've been trying to get them out here for a year and a half. Trust me, don't worry about it. We're working on it. Road trip.
trip.
Bong hit.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll meet you in Vegas. I will make that trip.
All right.
Right?
Let's go to Vegas and let's take the limo together.
Yeah.
Let's all have a party.
Yep.
Limo party.
So it looks like it's going to take it about 2 years, though. So I mean, we're looking at 2 years for them to really get everything together.
I am not waiting.
Right.
I am not waiting. We will make it happen. Don't worry about it, man. We'll just call it press. We'll call it research. We'll just be there to cover it. We'll joint cover it. We'll live stream it on Pot TV as well as
We'll
do
do
the
something.
podcast on Metal Nation Radio. Oh, mind
Just
blower.
send it out to the universe, and then it'll deliver.
Right?
It'll
This
happen.
is stunt.
Look what delivered.
This is stunt weed, by the way.
That's some skunk weed, hey? What are you smoking on there, Jammin'?
Whatever my dude has.
Nice.
I
smoked some of that too.
Shout out to Dude.
What's up, dude?
Thanks for the skunk weed, dude. He has a label for his stuff. Most dudes don't know what they have. Yeah. So
yeah, that guy's got a label, man.
Skunk weed.
Well, I mean, okay, so what's the time frame from it? The restricted as hell, but I mean, what is the when does this begin? How does this sort of work? How do people get involved?
Well, it looks like a lot of the regulation is going to come about next year. A lot of everything's going to get nailed down with. I guess they're going to come up with a bipartisan committee that's going to run it all, and it's going to be handled by the Health Commission as well as like the pharmacists, the Association of Pharmacists. So it looks like it's going to be ran through a lot of official channels, more through the medical side because it's a medical bill.
Are they all educated in endocannabinoid research, or
are any of them?
Yeah, they're gonna. Experts? Yeah, the doctors are going to be required to have extra continuing education, and who knows how much the state's going to charge for that.
Oh, probably lots.
So and as far as I understand, I believe your doctor has to write you a new prescription every 90 days.
Oh Jesus! What about a note from my mommy?
No, notes from moms will not be accepted.
No, really annoying. I mean, I already do that. So.
Well, I mean, I guess with the way that it's set up with their structure, because it's so heavy for crazy medical patients, the people who they're trying to look at are folks who they're assuming are going to have to see the doctor fairly often anyway.
Like
probably.
myself.
So, yeah.
It's true. The people,
She blew off 18 surgeries just to be on this episode alone.
No, it was not. That's not very true. It was only 11.
There you see. I can't.
That's not bad. That's not as bad as 18.
Math is not my strong point.
I actually did, like, for realsies, reschedule surgery this month, though.
Yeah.
Because it's inconvenient.
It just was not well timed.
I just don't have the time.
She's got other things to do, like tune in Saturday night to the Social Revolution on Metal Nation Radio, 321 Cheers, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where you will find us as part of the Smoke Break sponsorship. How are things on the show, my good man, while you're here?
Things are great on the show. We're coming into summer festival season. We just covered Rock on the Range down in Columbus.
Yep.
With headliners Disturbed and who else? Seven Dust was there. Five Finger Death Punch played. Yeah, it was a great show. So
last season
we're covering we'll be covering the Alternative Press Music Awards coming up in July. We'll be on the red carpet there, taking pictures and doing interviews.
They're letting you fly
We're also going to be covering
carpet?
the Vans Warped Tour coming up in July when it comes through Ohio.
Don't they know the dark
and
one?
we'll be seeing bands like Atreyu there, Crown the Empire, Ice Nine's Kills, Motionless in White. And then in October, our big trip down to Louisville, Kentucky to Louder Than Life.
Wow.
So
busy summer.
I can't believe they're going to let you guys on a red carpet. They should know the dark one's going to spill liquor on it.
Are you gonna wear a
yeah,
suit?
we'll be bringing booze definitely if we get to a red carpet position for sure.
Flask. Bring a flask.
And last carnival season there, concert season, you got a lot of great interviews. I think you interviewed dudes from Five Finger Death Punch, among others, and shit like that. You got any big exclusives lined up for these particular shows you're covering?
Nothing yet. A lot of the interviews get set up like the last week, 2 weeks out. They're really, especially for festivals, they really like to kind of corral everybody at the same time and then go from there. So most of the interviews will be set up within 2 weeks before.
Nice. And will you be able to keep Atomic sober enough to be able to get through the entire day of talking and drinking? Yeah,
I hope so. I definitely hope so. I hope we can all keep it together. So, and Louder Than Life is also a bourbon festival. So we're going to send Darkwing over to the bourbon tent. He's going to spend all day over there. We're going to sneak some booze in to give to the artists, which we didn't do last year and got kind of called out on the carpet about it a little bit.
Oh, dear.
Well, if you're the drinking show with a radio problem, you should have some liquor. Just like I don't show up too many places without weed because,
Exactly. That's exactly true. So this year, we're going to figure that shit out.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll be there. We'll be watching. And, we'll be calling in every so often. Plus, you're used to having me on your show. But you got to get Storm and Norman on your show here pretty soon. We got to do a call-in one of these nights here on the Social Revolution.
Definitely, sometime very soon. So we got our big 1-year anniversary show coming up Saturday, and we're gonna be picking the Metal Nation Radio official drink this week.
Ooh!
And it has the main ingredient of rum, so that's the only required ingredient.
You know me and my Appleton, we're good friends. When I'm not smoking on the endos, I'm quite often sipping on the Appleton.
Personally, I like tequila.
Well, there you go. Just saying.
Tequila's not bad. I've grown an affinity for tequila since this show.
Good tequila.
So.
My man. Well, we got an affinity for your show, man. We thank you for taking a few minutes to tune in with us. Say hi to Icy. Say hi to Jammin. Say hi to the Dark One. Give him a smack upside the head and maybe a couple of shots of something. And we will see you guys on Saturday nights on Metal Nation Radio at 321 Cheers, the Social Revolution drinking show with a radio problem. Can't wait to be a part of it again. And, of course, the smoke break goes at 11:30 Eastern time. And you'll see us doing some things like this and this logo being all bow and, stuff like that. Anyway.
Cheers, you guys. United we rock.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you, man. 3, 2, 1. Cheers, man. We love these guys. Appreciate it, jamming. Woo! Also, the chat room is quite in love with Wilson. They figure you need your own show.
Yeah, dude. Everyone loves you. They've been like, I've
Right
already
on,
slept
right
to
on.
Wilson. Fucking love Wilson.
Yeah.
And then someone was
commenting
like, I
on your
missed that
dabs.
ball.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I was giggling at that
It's a good little intro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Wilson needs his own show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's
Oh,
multiple
don't tell me.
comments
Tell
in
your
there.
friends.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we can
we'll
make it
tell all our
happen.
friends.
Hey, we have room
You're
on
quite
Tuesdays.
Quite the expert.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually on. Do you guys know
Show is
Ian
at 10
Dawkins?
p.m. Eastern. Sorry.
Ian Dawkins from Cannabis Growers of Canada.
Yes.
He's actually he's starting a podcast called I think it's called Extractly. I'm a guest on their third episode, so when that rolls around, you'll hear me on there as well.
Nice. There you go, Wilson fans. You got your new following, man. Wilson THC, right?
On Instagram. There you go.
God damn. You're gonna be trending in a minute, man. You watch it. Okay, back to the news. Yes. So big Ohio news. I did a. What was this one? A Royal Kush shatter. Yeah. A pre-roll. No. A pencil lead down the middle of the Royal Kush. Through some King Kush herbs. So.
Well,
got
that's
some
fancy.
This is well put together.
Call that a dabadoobie?
Bong Rib, shouts to D420K. He's actually gonna be on the show pretty soon, man. We're waiting
What's
to chop it up. He was
D?
he was supposed to be here this week, but he had to go He had to go do some motorcycle riding. So he'll be here soon, though. Hang on. Weird story in the news. The U.S. government turns off the federal water supply to Washington pot farms. The U.S. government has notified Chelan County that the use of federally contracted water to cultivate marijuana is illegal. So you're allowed to have the marijuanas in Washington and grow the marijuanas in Washington, but you can't use federally contracted water. So you can't use government water to grow your
You've got to buy from Nestle.
marijuana.
So somebody just needs to set up a middling company on
Exactly.
I buy it from the feds, I put it in a big tanker.
And I ship it to
Who
you.
wants to invest in a new business opportunity?
The U.S. Department of the Interior has issued a letter to county departments of community development that the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation cannot allow the use of water and or its facilities in the production of marijuana because the drug use is still illegal under federal law.
That's stupid.
Well, obviously. That's called semantics, I believe.
They're just stupid.
Fucking guy.
So-
J-Mac says what up to Wilson as well, too. Got to shout that. Shouts
What
to
up,
being
J-Mac?
here. J-Mac. J-Mac wants his own show on Tuesdays. Oh, Jesus, help us. That would be entertaining as all get out. J-Mac on Tuesdays, man. What are you doing?
I'm like, I nested. I end up nesting, so I just like put my feet up, and now I'm nesting, and then I was trying to lean over, and I look like a T-Rex. I'm like, Sorry, continue.
Continuing, marijuana is an issue Trump and Clinton voters agree. American voters are more unified over medical marijuana. I can't. Medical marijuana than gun control, immigration, and taxes, yet presidential candidates keep blowing smoke. Nearly 90% of Americans, 81% Republicans, and 94% Democrats support the legal use of medical marijuana, according to a new poll of some people that came out on Monday. It is, despite all the strong numbers, the candidates are not taking a firm stance on it. Their stance on it. They're both being forced to talk about it. However, they're not clear enough, and obviously Bernie Sanders had a fairly vocal campaign about it, so it's now that it looks like if he's out of the running and it's coming down to Hillary and Donny Boy there. Yeah, right. It's like worse and worser, but whatever. Luckily, it's all of our problem in the world, depending on who runs America to some degree.
It's fine. It's all just make-believe anyways.
But,
really.
We know.
It's the Matrix.
Hey, we managed to survive George Bush. We're still standing. So, anyway, we're still here, technically.
Kind of.
Sort of.
Kind of.
Dutch cities renew calls for regulated cannabis cultivation. After almost 30 years, Dutch municipalities support a call on the government to allow experiments with regulated cannabis. And they want to have the opportunity to have what do they say here? Right. They had the Association to Regulate Cannabis Cultivation revealed that this municipality get-togethering there in the Dutch lands. Currently, it's legal. It's legal to sell soft drugs, but illegal to cultivate them on a large scale or supply them. So they feel it plays in the hands of criminals. Oddly enough, yeah. And they feel that it should be in the hands of permit holders. Careful what you wish for. Yeah. Structure your deal well, because we've seen that doesn't always work, because legalization just becomes a new model of prohibition to some degree, as we've been finding out here the hard way in Canada. Anyway, I do understand their ideas. According to the municipalities, this would allow better action against illicit cannabis cultivation and sales, as well as serious crime that often accompany it. So, I don't know. I say it's a slippery slope. Obviously, I do agree there should be a level of accountability, responsibility, even a level of standardization to some product. Okay, we're gonna all agree we're gonna put this sort of branding on it, or we're gonna to this minimum levels or whatever, and just pick it and go with it, and that's how it is. Like I've cited before, all license plate brackets are the same size on all cars in North America. Not everybody makes the same car, but everybody makes something that works, right? Like one little thing. Stop signs are pretty much all the same everywhere, at least in North America and shit. So you careful what you wish for, because you get all of a sudden down where, I don't know, slippery slope with the calling for regulated cannabis laws, because you get, you want to find the line of where it's cool to operate under, where you're operating safely, where you're doing it smart. But at the same time, it's very easy to get it into monopoly situations where other people's interests are being protected, and it becomes not about the weed. So I understand where you're coming from, but careful, y'all. Careful, Dutch. Ask Brock. He knows. He knows everything. Italian lawmakers are debating cannabis legalization as well too. If the app would ever load, I could tell you a little bit more about the story. I read it earlier before, but to the effect of yes, Italy is now looking at the possibility of their of changing their stance on cannabis, medical marijuana, recreational licensing as well too. But starting obviously with the usual. Here it is. Italian lawmakers. Experts. I was not there. Neither was Stormy. Experts gathered in Rome last month for an Italian parliament hearing on a proposal to legalize cannabis. The proposal does...
Who are these experts?
Right? The brainchild of a committee that includes more than 200 senators and deputies.
Yes,
right.
Experts, senators, and deputies of cannabis.
Super. Most senators that I know a lot about marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've run across that very often.
They have to, because people keep telling them things, but they keep getting paid to ignore it.
Right, yeah. Because I was going to assume that probably a large portion of your client base would be senators, Because that's, I mean, just,
Well, when we expand to the U.S. market, yes.
Nicely done. So anyway, the proposal aims to regulate sales, possession, and consumption for both therapeutic and adult use, of course. After obtaining prior authorization, the Italians would be allowed to possess up to 15 grams of cannabis, carry 5 grams, and grow up to 5 plants. Non-commercial social clubs would be allowed a small scale, each could have a maximum of 50 members and 250 plants. Commercial sales would be licensed, although import and export would remain illegal. So Italy is working towards the possibility of legalization. My parents were just in Rome. She says that they said it was crazy there. The traffic was hectic.
I was going to sneeze and then it didn't happen. I was wondering what was going on. I know, yeah, it was a very intense experience.
Storm.
I'm sorry to interrupt the news, but
it's okay.
It was a whole...
Cannabis.
Yeah,
yes.
I feel like people were going to be like, what's wrong with what's happening to Stormy?
Take your time. There you go. We moving forward. If the iPad can keep up with us, it seems
there's
slow.
There's a lot happening all over the world with cannabis legalization.
Right? Cannabis for osteoporosis prevention. They are now finding, amongst other other tests and other results, that cannabis can be used and be helpful in the degeneration of bones.
Regeneration.
Yeah, I was going to say regeneration.
Preventing degeneration is sort of what I was getting into, as well as, yes, regeneration as well, too. CBDs, basically, again, to blame for that goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you very much there, you guys. Appreciate you
I was actually reading an article about this the other day.
Circus chick. I was going to sneeze, and it didn't happen. I explained it. I knew it was going to happen. I knew someone was going to be like, what the fuck? Sorry.
So yeah, I mean, in a what we consider not really surprising news, weed is basically good for everything. Practically.
All the things. Not just weed, but like cannabis, hemp as well is very, very good. Got lots of CBD benefits, which is also legal.
Yes.
You can carry hemp products.
Now, talking of legal and illegal, Canadians have been ruled constitutionally medicinal access, as well as the right to possess it, carry it, get it, all so on and so forth. And we saw in Toronto. Yeah, we saw in Toronto things go a little sideways a couple weeks ago with that Project Claudia bullshit.
That was a special
that was a crazy weekend.
Also apparently there were raids this morning.
Yeah, I heard about that was coming.
Yeah, so that it's been a very interesting month in Canada for cannabis. We had that happen in Vancouver, but it was a lot more quiet. In Toronto, it was a lot more loud.
Yeah. Surprisingly
they made a big deal out of it.
Very regressive.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Mm-hmm. So they're trying to do it through the courts here in Vancouver now, trying to shut you down that way, injunctions now, as opposed to police coming in. They close, they reopen, they close, they reopen. It just is what it is. Weed is not going away.
Dispensaries will always exist.
Right.
Well, get over it.
Well, people are always going to want weed, and you can't force shitty weed down people's throats. People are going to want good weed, and they want good service, and they want good access to it. And until they get that, people aren't going to be happy, and they're not going to support it. They're going to get to fight along the way.
And
so
even when they do have it, they'll want specialty access. People will still want underground clubs. They'll still want connoisseur cannabis.
Right, and you need full access to
craft cannabis, you know?
Right. Absolutely.
You can't get rid of us.
You can't get rid of this gentleman who I'm quite impressed with. I've met him personally, and I want to say shout to him. What's up, Lee? Thank you very much, brother. You're making worldwide canoes. Medical marijuana patient launches $1 million lawsuit over crackdown dispensary last week. Medical marijuana patient filed a human rights complaint against City of Toronto demanding $1 million because the dispensaries closest to him were shut down during Project Claudia raids. Raymond Lee Hathaway, what's up, Lee? We know him personally. He was there. Thank you for everything you're doing, man. You know what you're doing, and we appreciate it. A paralegal who uses a cannabis extract called Rick Simpson oil, a.k.a. Phoenix Tears, to treat an inoperable tumor on his spine, told Vice magazine that dispensaries in Scarborough, where he lives, were targeted by Project Claudia. As a result, he can't access the medicine he needs to treat pain and swelling caused by the tumor. He's now suing the city for infringing his rights. I consider this harassment and a direct attack on my security of person, specifically targeting medicinal cannabis patient access, Lee wrote in one of the 2 emails addressed to the City and Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario. And it goes on to read the whole thing. Way to go, Lee. But basically, problem is okay, great. He's a medical patient. He's got access to it. He can call an LP. He happens to have the ability to have a credit card and have things mailed to him. But he doesn't have the access from the LPs to be able to get the oils that he needs at this point to be able to treat his condition. And anything that they've been able to come up with or about to come up with doesn't seem like it's going to be able to measure up for what he needs. So that's part of what I kept calling out at the press conference. The LPs don't produce a variety of medicines that patients need. Some people need to smoke shatter and waxes and butters, and that's just how it is.
Some people can only do edibles.
Right? Some people can only do that, man. These distillates and these clears and all these different kind of crazy concoctions they're coming out with now make it even more palatable and even better and better. And it's just like they're so far behind in what they can do, let alone can they do it at a good enough level where other people can do it. And until they can catch up, people are expected to suffer? No, that doesn't work, man. So good for you, Lee. Thank you for standing up for what's right, man. We appreciate it, man. Good luck with that. There's been lots of problems out there in the news and the world. We try not to focus on a lot of the bad ones. Sometimes it happens. We have a couple of weeks ago, we did not have the show planned that we had planned happen, but it worked out pretty good. This show's worked out quite well.
Yes.
I've been very happy with it. Hey, Thompson Caribou in the house. What's up, Thompson Caribou?
Hi, Thompson Caribou.
We're going to see you cats tomorrow, TCC fan. So, Glacial Gold, well, we've got you here. Ha, ha, I'm going to facilitate this one for you. Ha, ha. We got Rio falling asleep.
So asleep.
I'm here.
Thank you, Thompson Caribou.
So Thompson Caribou in the house, Bucka LP.
What it do?
What it do,
Hey,
Caribou? Former show guest. We've worked with you a few times. You earlier out in the show were calling out other extract companies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've got another extract company in the house right now.
Awesome. Thompson Caribou. I've tried some of your stuff. It's delicious.
The TCC guys are great, man. They're down for patients over profits. They're good guys. They're usually open to work with any sort of event or anything going on. So
absolutely. Beard Brothers are another great producer
Shouts to the Beardies.
that do all kinds of great community events. No, I think there's a place for some educational tours. I'd love to do some with some other producers. So for sure, give me a call.
What do you think, Thompson Caribou? Educational tours, man, with the guys from Glacial Gold.
With some wonderful hosts that are going to communities all over British Columbia that can take your product through all kinds of places.
And we can do it live on Spot TV.
Yeah. And these guys will ride the bus.
And Wilson will be there potentially. Wilson knows Wreck Beach is
everywhere. We'll airlift Wilson in for key events.
I'm coming into Toronto tomorrow, actually.
Wilson's an international brand. He's flying to Toronto with us.
Nice. They're wanting to know if you'll be at Wreck Beach later.
No.
Okay, man. Great week. Great time. We got one last little thing to get to before we kind of do our updates and get out of here. We're running late, but I knew it would. When we was in the Toronto's, we played a game.
We did.
It was kind of fun. Dude called it Roll Your Rosin. We're not ripping rosin, but we got enough products here. We can play this game pretty close. So you watch this reasonably quick-ish video, and we will explain a little bit from where this came from. Then we're going to come back and play some other... Anyway, you'll get it. Watch this. We'll be right back.
And then we were in town for Money Maker.
Yeah. How are you, man? Thanks for the joints. How are you? So I was like, okay, nice. I just saw her standing over here, and I saw what might have been some slabs or something. I just had to come running for a second.
I rolled the dice 5 times.
Yep.
I got number 6 and then, what was it?
16.
Yeah, and then I rolled it again and got number 3. So he went through the pile and chose
from the bottom.
From the bottom, yeah.
Account for the top.
Cool. I like the process.
That is quite interesting. I like that. That's neat.
Could you take a video of me doing the dab?
Oh fuck, I can try. If you'd maybe do
Hold the camera. Just hold the camera.
It's already recording?
Yeah, it's already recording. Okay.
For sure then. Sorry, Bob.
Oh my god. That tastes like magic. Oh, that's so perfect.
Not rosin.
Oh, I love rosin so much. It was meant to be. I love it.
There was so there was more. Hang on.
Was there?
Yeah.
Really?
There was.
Give you
Yeah.
a
Wait. That was the part 1. I made another part, but I fucked it up. Where is it?
Jeez. is.
Did I? Oh, here it is.
Here, son. What goes on? Let me get this. Bro, I've seen you around all weekend at the event, man. You're handing out dabs. You got Stormy all lit and shit. You've been working. Tell us who you are, what you doing here.
Dion, sometimes go by the name of Dabberman. Just been chilling out, really. Seeing what was here, what was on sale. I wanted to check out some vaporizers, meet some cool people that are into the same shit that I'm into, really. Sublimator, I was hooked up beside them.
That's Enrico?
Yeah, Enrico. Enrico's a boss. He hooked me up the last time he was here at the, what was it, Treat Yourself? Yeah, that was awesome, actually. So I bought my first sub then. And I'm going to probably buy another sub today just because it's awesome. And yeah, everything's just been great, actually. Just been taking some good pictures and enjoying myself and dabbing.
Fantastic, man. You had a really kind of a cool gimmick going on there at one point. You had like a set of dice and you were rolling dice, and depending on what dice number somebody rolled, you were like going random dab flavors out of it. That's a pretty cool way to do it, man, because how do you choose when you got to stack this high?
Yeah, so I guess the game name so far is Roll Your Rosin.
Oh, Roll Your Rosin, I like it.
Yeah, and it's the only game where the dab chooses you, so that's a good one too.
Yeesh. Hey, Jer. We have a new game show idea over here. Pitch it, just pitch it again.
Yeah. So the game name is Roll Your Rosin. It's the only game where the dab chooses you. You got a dice and you roll it. Right now I've got 33 strains of rosin, so you just roll the die, you count it up what you get, and that number, then you roll one more time, and it's odds or evens. Odds, you start from the bottom and I'll count up, or evens, I'll start from the top and I'll count down. And whatever that number is the rosin dab you get.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like the wheel of dabs. Yeah, for sure. I like that. Hey, you know what? Somebody came and said that you were doing this, and actually, yeah, it was Stormy. Yeah, and she's like, oh, he's got this whole thing. So is it you got it now? Is this a setup or?
We can do it when we go back inside. We were just coming out for a joint, and then we'll hop.
Where's your booth inside?
Oh, it's not my booth.
Oh, you just got it with you. Oh shit! So we can go to the Vapor Lounge and do it. That'd be hilarious.
Okay, so then that was supposed to be the first part of it, and then the other part that you saw first, I loaded the wrong one.
He's been watching live. I don't know if he's
Dave?
still watching, but he was watching live.
What's up, Dave? We got you in here, man. So
you're the best.
I brought a whole shitload of various different ones to do, but they've got so many flavors with him. We're gonna play a little bit of roll your own rosin, roll your rosin. Except in this case, it's
roll your shatter.
It's roll your gold.
Roll your gold.
Roll your gold.
Roll the gold.
Roll your gold.
I like that.
Rolled gold.
Thank you, Dion.
Just like shouts to the pretzels, delicious.
Shout-outs.
So what we're gonna do is we've got I think 14 or 15 kinds in here. I lost count after
play the Dabberman game.
So we're gonna take 2 die to speed it up. We're gonna roll 2 dice, and we're gonna have that'll be the number what number we're going from, and then on the other dice, if it's odd or even, we're gonna start from this end or this end. Which there they are. Sorry, Wilson, you gotta. Sorry, I got to.
So we're modifying it a little bit because we have less.
Yeah, we don't have 33
things.
kinds. We have 15 kinds.
Yeah.
We have another dozen kinds over here, but these are all different other brands that aren't Glacial Gold, which you can check out at glacial.gold, and of course Glacial Gold on social media. And you're gonna win their rigs. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna pass this around as we. I'm gonna let Stormy roll first because you got to play it last time. So roll, and we're gonna see what you get, and that'll be your number, and then we'll go to this one.
Okay. So I'm going to roll both the dice?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me put this down so people can see what's going on for just a second. 10. Okay, now roll this one and see if it's odds or even, because we'll go odds or evens. Evens. So coming from this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 10 is the
Tangerine. Oh, I love Tangerine.
The Tangerine Shatter from
I don't
Glacial Gold.
dislike that many things.
Well, there you go.
I
Nice.
do like
It's a
Tangerine.
fan favorite.
Well,
Okay,
Wilson, tell us about
also
the
show the pack. I'm just like a super fan of your guys' packaging. So I have like funky hands. I don't know if you guys noticed me wearing these little funky finger things. My bionic fingers.
She's funky.
Yeah, especially my left hand. I have ulnar nerve and median nerve neuropathy, so it's really hard for me to like do stuff with my left hand in general. Your packaging is just like freaking the easiest thing in the world, and then you open it up and it's like
all nice and folded.
Oh, the other ones are a little bit different, but yeah.
I actually have a little tip about our
I love
packaging
it.
too.
It's beautiful.
Hints from Wilson
Easy
himself.
So when you get our packaging, a lot of people try to just open it up like this, and so a lot of the times this guy's gonna tear. What I like to do is I like to come at it from the side and just pop it open.
Oh!
Nice.
Tips.
It's very slick.
That is
Even
some
easier.
well put
Tip
together
number 3.
advice right there, man. Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of that. Oh my goodness. Well, that is a lovely
Put
bit
it
of
in
the
a safe
tangerine you're about
place.
to. Mm-hmm.
Just a little dabby dab.
Hang on, let me switch
A
back to the other
moderate
camera.
dab.
This one. Just a little dabby dab. Stormy gonna rip a nice one here because that's what she do. She is an expert at the dabbles after all.
You can do it.
Yeah. So there we go. Stormy gonna hit that. I'm gonna say this week we also had a great couple of articles that came out from the priests James and Ashley of Marijuana Writers. We thank them for the articles Hemp Hemp Hooray as well as The Fuzz Killed My Buzz. Also, what happened with Broken Coast? You rolled by there last.
I did.
You told us you were gonna go check them out.
I took a fun trip to Nanaimo.
Yeah.
And,
Short version, obviously, but yeah.
And Darren took me around Broken Coast, and it was a beautiful small facility, and it was lovely.
Did you get to see much, smoke much, do much, talk to people, get any footage or anything like that?
It was a slow day for them, so I didn't get to see all the things. Also, I did sign some things that I can't talk about the details of the things, but I
Right.
saw some beautiful happy plants.
Well, fair enough, man.
And my heart just it was a clean facility.
Did you ask any reasonably hardish hitting questions that are like on the burning lips of others?
I kind of did.
And did you get satisfied with all the answers you got to this point so far?
I had some it was great. Yeah.
Do you have more questions left to come?
I do. I mean, I always do. There are always going to be questions, and it's going to take probably any facility that I ever visit, it's probably going to take multiple visits for me to be completely satisfied with things. Not just completely satisfied, but just I have a lot of curiosity. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of knowledge, like gaps in my knowledge and gaps in my experience that I would like to fill. So it's I've always have more questions. Always have more things that I want to know.
Well, I appreciate you delicately answering as best as you can.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
and
like,
not,
I
obviously
can't.
you don't want to. You can't say too much to some degree. Obviously,
Exactly.
there's more that will come eventually from what you can talk about when you can talk
Yeah.
about it. But I also
had a lovely time.
Yes,
it was lovely. I had a very lovely time.
Yeah, but and if it wasn't everything that it could be, I'm sure maybe you get an opportunity to check it out again at some point. So see a little bit more.
Yeah,
so.
like I said, it was a little bit of a slow day. There wasn't a lot of people around, so I couldn't see all the things. But they have been really, really lovely to me, and they have invited me to Nanaimo again, and I'm very excited to go hang out with the bros and kick it and listen to some music and freaking good peeps, good peeps. And that they are one of the smaller. I did meet a lot of LPs at Lyft, and they were one of the smaller guys, and they had like really cool vibes, really cool like style, and they seemed like really small time, and I thought that was really cool.
I've talked to them as well too, and their dispensary, their policy on dispensaries, want to work together and stuff as opposed to being attacking other producers. I do appreciate that.
Peeps.
My biggest questions are, I gotta say, like the Freddie Pritchard type of questions and shit. Well, I mean, to some degree, I mean, he brings up a good point. Whether you want to hate Freddie's politics or not, and I love him. I think it's great. He's a hell of an activist. But he brings up a good point. A lot of this shit is sprayed by a lot of these companies by Health Canada mandate. It's not necessarily by not necessarily by their own design. They're working to a set of laws that they were given that are flawed. And you're forced to spray it with some crazy fucking shit that you don't want to have to do, but you're forced to do in some cases. So some of these companies handle it in a different way than others. And I'm curious to see how these guys choose to handle it.
Well, if you look I think this information is available on their website, but they are small batch, they advertise that they don't use pesticides. And it was running away. Yeah, it was I get good vibes from the guys.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully their test results measure up. Hopefully they're using products and way they found ways to circumvent the system, because I know not everybody is. Yeah, we hope not everybody is following.
We know of some specific people that do some really questionable
Yeah, we
stuff.
do.
I'm just holding this way.
Yeah. No, go ahead, do that. And they do. And so we also know a couple of them, honestly, are trying to be as good guys and trying to get around it, and they realize it's fucked up, but they're still trying to do what they can do. When
Health Canada gets involved, honestly, things become weird and
complicated
and sterile, especially in
shady,
Canada. The regulations
shady.
that we have are fucked up.
Yeah.
I can just say that much.
We will hear more about her trip. Obviously, what she can talk about and stuff more. Obviously, what we've been able to experience. Stormy reviews a lot of strains and gives an honest feedback of it, and we appreciate that. We'll see how it goes. I agree, and in my philosophy with these guys is they should be after Health Canada to give them a better set of rules to work with if that's what we're going to have to work with, and they should allow everybody to be in there. If you can adhere to a certain set of standards and a certain set of accountability, then you should be able to do it too, just like the craft beer market, just like anything like that.
Well, I feel like, honestly, like Broken Coast to me is kind of like one of those small craft beer LPs. They got in at the right time, and I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
I got good vibes.
Well, I look forward to hearing more about it. I look forward to trying some of the product at some point and hearing about some of their the crucial questions, like, how do you handle this and how do you handle this and what's your deal?
Yeah, I think that we should probably ask them to come on the show and they
Come
seemed really they seemed really open to talking and stuff, and they were really inviting to me, and I really dig them. So I think that I totally.
If they're willing to be transparent about their shit and can back up what they say.
I tried 2 of their strains actually. I tried the Super Lemon Haze and I tried the God Kush.
Yeah.
And I think the God Kush it was burning kind of weird, but they said that that's just how the strain kind of goes.
It can.
It can, which is understandable. Sometimes strains just don't really burn correctly. And honestly, the Super Lemon Haze, super terpy. Oh, God. Beautiful. When you put it next to Tilray and Tweed and then Broken Coast, it was
a big difference.
There was a huge difference. It looked so much more beautiful than the other ones.
Well, to me, if you
can I tried 2 of the strains.
Yeah, if you can back up what you can say and you can show that you're not fucking using a bunch of harsh-ass chemicals that people don't want to do, and your test results match and that kind of stuff,
definitely.
Then good on you, man. I get it. You're working with a bad system. It's not necessarily everybody's fault. Some people in the game are fucked up.
We should try some.
I'm down.
Live on the show.
With
Freddie. Let's get Freddie to try some.
Freddie, come try the Broken Coast stuff, please.
We should get
we know you're on vacation from your show, so please.
Let's get all the weed from all the people.
Yeah, well, I talked about it last week. I want to get weed from weed from the guy.
Yep.
I want to get weed from a dispensary.
Yep.
I want to get weed from the online websites.
Yes.
And I want to get weed from the LP.
Yes.
And I want to line all 4 of them
all
up.
Of them up.
All do a blind taste test and shit like that, and see what's what.
And let's see what's what. And we won't even know what's what.
I will make sure I forget.
We'll get someone else to put the packages together or something. We'll get someone that we trust to put the packages together.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
So
we'll do it
I.
blind, and we'll friggin' test them all out. Because there's a lot of them that are pretty good. Like I tried. Can I say the other stuff that I tried?
If you want to.
I tried Peace Naturals, and it was friggin' delish.
Right, but then it comes down to
not
is
saying that I didn't try all of them. I tried one of them. I don't remember which one it was, but it was delish.
So then that comes down, begs the question: is that a little bag from the Master Grower's private stock, or is that part of their commercially available to the public? What methods was that grown? Hey, I would like to see people start growing a better weed, and that's what we are. We're a finger on the pulse of pot. So if we get a chance to go look at it and say, hey, this is what they're doing for you, and this is what they're doing to you. Then
we would love
we're
to.
Happy to do
we would love to show. Oh yeah, actually, we would love to show that off. We would love to see what you got. Show what you got.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily, I don't promote the model you guys are working on, but I understand that some of you guys are okay and some of you guys are out to attack, and I don't like the attackers. Anyway, I gotta roll my dice 6 and 3, so I'm coming. That was an odd, so I'm starting from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna smoke some of the unnamed. Ooh,
mystery
shatter. Brock approved. Gonna get my shatter on.
This is the folding that I was talking about. This is my favorite folding technique.
I like
Just
it.
saying.
Blah.
Wait. There
It's
like
go.
all diamond shit.
Oh,
I like it.
yes. It's made. It looks like an
It
envelope.
looks like a little envelope. It's like you're getting mail. It's like a present.
You've got mail. No, is that too late 90s? No.
I don't know. Maybe.
A little too late 90s. I need a little tool.
Here.
I'll try this one. All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty serious.
Can I say some of my favorite independent growers that I obviously Temple of Calyx is one of my
Shouts
favorites.
to the Temple.
Temple of Calyx. Love Temple of Calyx. All of their stuff top notch. Never
Yeah.
had anything bad from them.
Yeah.
I've seen them examine things before, and they're just like
At
beasts.
Temple of Calyx.
They're just like
Cannabis.
Al the Alchemist.
666.
Just friggin' class in session 666. So great. You guys are amazing. Miss Envy. Love Miss Envy. The Great Gardener.
Shouts to the Envy.
Ooh, had a great experience at Lyft. I got to dab with the Great Gardener. He let me try some 3-year-old Jack Hare hash that was aged and then turned into rosin. And let me tell you what, it was amazing. It was so amazing. So the Great Gardener makes freaking beautiful stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of really good guys that aren't just like, oh, I love the bros.
Well,
BC Bud Bros, you guys are awesome.
Speaking of bros, I want to get the beer bros on here. We want to get lots of people on here, but we should get this show over with so that we can get on to the next one next week.
What's coming up next week? Do we know?
What's coming up next week?
What's up next week?
Next week, we'll have more articles. Of course, Sunday will come out from James and Ashley. Plus, we'll announce the new Glacial Gold giveaway. Can't wait to give away the setup.
Who wins the email?
Who wins
Let's
the
find
email?
out.
Let's find out. Plus, we're gonna have starting next week our own email in the house. Super excited. The Pot TV Expert Joints email. The expert email.
The
expert email. There you go. Email. A bunch of well put together ones too, yes. As well as next week's show, yes. The guys from the Bus Cup crew down in Las Vegas and LA and down in the United States is this group. They do a bunch of cups all the time, and they're going to be phoning in next week from us. We're going to look at weed from a mail order. We're going to look at some random mail order weed.
Ooh, random mail order
weed.
weed.
Well, from one of the better sites and stuff.
Do we know which one?
Yeah, MJN Express. We're going to get them to send us some weed along the way, so we're going to check them out. Plus, in studio, we'll have a guest to be confirmed.
We will have a guest.
In studio. I could confirm it, but I gotta check an email first.
Here
anyway,
we will have one.
There will be at least a guest over here.
Physical person here.
These guys could
in
be still.
studio.
Riel could still be asleep over there. The man is now gone horizontal. Don't sit up like you're pretending you were awake again.
He's definitely going lower in his chair.
That's how it is. He's roasted. We've pretty much kind of come to the
J-Max
end
like,
of
I'm on next week.
Yeah, there
Me.
you go, J-Max.
Oh.
I thought you were taking over on Tuesdays. So, we want to thank our guest, Glacial Gold. Make sure you check them and the Travel Joint out, both at Glacial Gold, at Travel Joint, Twitter, Instagrams,
Thank you guys
glacial.gold,
so much for coming.
thetraveljoint.com.
Yeah, it was a
yes.
pleasure.
It's great having you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Plug, shout outs. You got the event coming up again one more time?
Yeah, so we got Sun Peaks coming up in Kamloops this weekend. We're leaving on Friday morning. And then we've got Giant's Head, which we're sponsoring. That's up in Summerland just before the July 1st. July 1st, we're going to be in Whistler. So we're going to be up there, a 3-day longboard festival.
Dope.
Check it out.
Yes.
And
I'm going to be at Seabanica tomorrow at Toronto. So after this, I'm pretty much going straight to the airport.
Jet setter.
Yeah, Father's Day in Toronto. We're going to have an event, so stay tuned. Follow us on all our social media.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
All of them.
I'll be there.
Well, apparently, we're all going to be there. I don't know. We'll talk. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun.
Come to Toronto, Craig.
Oh, God.
It's calling you again.
Jackson, I can already taste the Jackson burger. Shouts
Go to 7
Jackson.
West and get nachos.
Nachos from 7 West. I also wouldn't mind stopping by Planet Paradise. That'd be kind of cool, too, to check out. And I want to pop into the Pure Hemp Studio. Oh, God. Plus, the new 7-Eleven Cannabis Culture Store that just opened a couple of days ago here. Make sure you check out 7-Eleven Queen Street East in Toronto when you guys get there. Go stop through, say hi. Just open up the new Cannabis Culture recreational cannabis retail location at 7-Eleven Queen Street East, supporting the Queen Street West location, 801, that's been open for a couple of weeks. Make sure you check them out. So to the fam, so to everybody out there doing it, we appreciate you guys hanging in there. The press has been incredible. If the lineups are too long at 801, and that's a serious problem, I'm not joking, go to 7-Eleven. So go to East Side. We got East Side and West Side Queen covered now. 7-Eleven East, 801 West. Queen, East, West.
Yes.
East, West. Okay, actually in this where we are, east-west, but that wasn't work as well. That said, of course, please support Expert Joints at Stormy Ent, and of course, Cannabis Culture.
Support me.
Please like me. Let me be your friend.
There's gonna be one day where this is gonna tip over.
Yeah, fall down, crack, smack yourself in the face. Smoking paper, pure hemp papers, friends of ours, we appreciate it.
I love you, Pure Hemp. You're my boy, Blue.
Oh no, you killed me. I lost it. I was gonna tie it to the head. I can't even do it now.
There you go.
Also, thanks of course to the Pot TV studio sponsors. Medtainer. What? The long talked about Expert Joints Medtainer.
Isn't that nice? Look at that.
Finally. Yeah.
It's so cool.
So,
look at Expert Joints.
Oh yeah.
Joints,
So
joints,
those are almost ready. Boom. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't they look nice and well put together?
Super well put together. Thanks for that, Stormy. Sublimator, of course. What's up? Enrico. Shouts to them. Crop King Seeds. 12 High Chicks, Canna Wide. And, of course, tune into Cannabis Culture News Friday with Jeremiah Vandermeer, the From Under the Seed Desk crew, Marijuana Man, Al the Alchemist.
I'm going to crash the party tomorrow.
Nice. I think I might show up, too. We've been invited. As well as...
I don't think I was invited. I just said I was going.
Showing up. Now you're a Pot TV host. You can kind of walk in on any show when you want to.
No, it's
super
great.
Cool. Just sort of show up anytime you want. Got to get used to that. Sorry. One more time. Muscle
hand
memory.
Hug. See, wait, we got to show it to the... Hey, wait. How do we do this again?
Okay, so nerds.
Bring that home to your mother.
And of course, the Kush Queen in between. She'll
it.
be here. They'll be there. We'll be back next Thursday, of course. But in the meantime, of course, also I skipped over it because I got no track of days. But I'll save the best for last. Carly Marley, the 420 Lifestyle will be here Monday as well too. All of the stuff on the Pot TVs, all of the stuff on the Cannabis Cultures. The Stormy Ents.
The Stormy Ents.
The Expert Jointses. We'll be back here next week.
Going to go to Toronto.
Yes, some point again. We'll see. We could, and then apparently we're going to Las Vegas.
We are going to go to Vegas. It's going to be grape jelly.
We're going to make that happen. Mm-hmm.
We're going to be grape jelly, and you guys are going to be lime jelly.
Oh,
lime green jelly.
No.
So envious.
Oh no! It's going to get it's going to be. Stay golden, everybody. You guys make sure you hang on to
golden.
it. That's it.
Love
That's all I got.
We're done. We're out.
Yes.
Peace.
Everybody
Thank
be on
you
Pot
for
TV,
coming.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Next week, Thursday, 4:20.
Yep.
Did it. Expert Joints.
Thank you, Glacial Gold.
So
thank you, Social Revolution.
Tishmac, chillin'. Yes. Thank you. Thanks, Jammin'. Make sure you check them out Saturday night. Travel Joint, Brandon, Riel, Wilson. Well, fuck the whole. Let's just why call it individuals. Marcel
the show.
And just the whole Glacial Gold team. Glacial Gold in general. Let's just go. Hi, mine. J Mac. Thanks for being there. Thompson Caribou. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do you want to say it this week? Fuck it. Hit the music. Stay golden, y'all.